Hey there everyone, welcome to SpeedGaming. We've got Ocarina of Time Randomizer for you today for the online portion of SpeedGaming Live 2022. We've got our third qualifier, and today we've got two really good runners to showcase today. We've got Decker from the UK and EXO from America. I'm with Baby Shark 3. Hey Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. I didn't put the 3 in my thing for the screen, so...
Okay, you're Baby Shark then.
I'm just Baby Shark today.
What up? So we're kind of runners and commentators of this. So I know you guys have had Sponge and Doc, and you've had Tobias and Star, who are amazing commentators and runners. And sorry, you're stuck with us today, but we'll try and have some fun. We'll try and have some lols with you today. We are currently in a little bit of a delay. We're expecting to start at 15 minutes past. But we've got a 4-minute delay because
4 minutes delay.
Yeah, so we're just kind of waiting now on the race to start. We are on a 15-minute delay, like I said, which is kind of normal for these types of tournaments, just to make sure there's no funny business going on.
Still find that so weird that someone would do that, but that's just me.
Well, you know, people have to ruin it for everybody, don't they?
I know.
So I think this is our third qualifier that we've had, and so people have probably seen a few of these settings, but some of you Ocarina of Time Randomizer doesn't get showcased on SpeedGaming a lot, so it's the same game that you know and love from 1998, except all the items are in completely bonkers places, like
stupid locations.
Stupid locations, as expected with a randomizer. We need to get all 3 spiritual stones, which would normally get from child dungeons, but they actually can be shuffled in any dungeon to enter Ganon's castle. And then we need the shadow and spirit medallions for us to actually get the boss key. So that's kind of what we're going to be aiming for today.
I am pumped, excited, and sleep deprived, so let's go.
Yeah, it's a bit of a smaller qualifier just because it is, you know, early EU, so we've got primarily EU runners. I think we had 13 people in this qualifier, which is pretty good, really. And we've got, like I said, we've got Decker and EXO. EXO, probably a lot of people may know him as being a bingo god. Been in the Ocarina of Time community for a long, long time. And Decker is multi-world Season 3 champion, which is kind of a team-based event. Decker does quite well in these team-based events.
Wait, I thought we only had 2 seasons of multi-world.
Oh, Season 2, sorry. Season 2.
Season 3's getting started.
It's just starting, yeah. That's kind of
yeah.
a little bit confused with that. So
I'm like, am I getting co-op and multi-world mixed up, or I thought there was only 2 seasons of multi-world?
Yeah, there's just too much Uta in our lives.
So much so I'm writing a paper about it.
That's it. Yeah,
I have to write a paper about something I like, and I've decided to write a paper about this because I live, eat, sleep, breathe, think Zooter.
Wait, you like this game?
I do like this game, except for when it's evil for me and makes me do stupid things.
I think I suffer this game. I think that's what I'm.
Maybe I haven't played it enough, like competitively, to get to that point yet. I have pulled my hair out at a few league seeds, but besides that...
Yeah, you're still in the kind of the honeymoon phase. Of
the honeymoon phase, so we're
Ocarina of Time Randomizer.
And we're gonna get started here in a second. Oh, yes, I forgot Decker.
We've got Decker's cam up. Amazing.
I forget that Decker has this on his stream. It is amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty fabulous.
Oh no, they took it away.
There you go.
No.
Just a bit of a
tease. Yeah. If you do, I don't know if there's commands, but you should give these guys a follow.
Yeah.
Decker speaks. Yeah, Decker's English. Yeah.
Decker's British. Yeah.
She's British.
So I've actually commentated on maybe a couple of Decker's matches. The last time I commentated one of Decker's matches was in Challenge Cup, and he used 22 bomb shoes in DC.
How do you do that?
Yeah, he was just absolutely wonking through those bomb shoes. It was really quite funny.
I once hit.
Going to in-person SG
Ooh, we're doing the in-person one. Oh, we're getting ready to go. What are we starting with, by the way? That is Prelude and Requiem. Yeah.
Yeah, so we start with 2 songs. These warp songs are going to go to their vanilla location. So Requiem to the Colossus, Prelude to the Temple of Time, and we start in the market.
Speaking of bomb shoes.
Yeah, speaking of bomb shoes, we can't buy any bomb shoes until we find a bomb bag. And both of these are heading to Requiem. We get a song from entering the Spirit Temple and leaving, what would be the vanilla Requiem song. So that's why they're heading here first. The songs are uber powerful in Ocarina of Time Randomizer.
The song checks are also uber powerful because this can set your time of day.
That's very true. Yeah,
I got really creative. I got really creative with that in my league seed, and I felt so proud of myself for instead of having to wait, I played this before going adult, so I could get into market at a reasonable time.
Time of day.
Ooh, ZL. That is really powerful. ZL's great to have at the beginning. What is that?
I think it's a purple rupee.
I thought it was the Stone of Agony.
I think it's pretty nothing. DMT's Way of the Hero, so we're going to read hint stones. They're going to tell us hints about the game, like you'd see in normal randomizers. And being Way of the Hero means there is a item we logically need to beat the seed with.
Oh, is the tracker broken? I think it's good. DC! We don't need that. Shadow. We don't need that. Forest Decker. Jabu! Jabu. We need Jabu. Jabu is in the Shadow Medallion.
Okay, Spirit?
I did 30 skulls as a bow. That's all I read. 30 skulls as a bow.
We got 2 Spirit hints.
Spirit Temple, Spirit Temple. Market, and then 30 is a bow.
Yeah, 30 is a bow. So 30 Sculptures, so we need to collect Sculptures. Only up to 30. Sometimes we can need to pick up to 40 or 50. It's only 30 in these 30.
Well, you may not need that. Then you may find another bow.
Well, exactly. There are 3 bows in this game, so that 30 bow may not be the only bow in the seed. So we'll have to wait and see as we head towards Adult CAC.
Adult CAC. Oh, my friend Adult CAC. Many hours I have spent in here. Thank you, Triforce Blitz.
Bunch of checks here, a bunch of what we call Sphere 0 locations, which means they're accessible with 0 items. So we're going to see kind of an identical route from these 2 from the upset.
Did SGL do the thing that League did, where the man on roof requires the hook shot?
No, this trick's in logic. So
okay, I'm like, that is really freaking weird.
The randomizer has options to kind of put what we call tricks in, which are not glitches, but they're kind of ways that you can make shortcuts in the seed. And one of these tricks that is allowed is get into that man on roof with the hook shot.
It's not that. Yeah, as you can see, it's not that complicated. I did it the first time I ever played Zooter, which was also the very first time I ever played Ocarina of Time. It's not that hard. So. Same thing with this jump in the windmill. If you need to get the piece of heart here, it's just jump, a little bit of C-upping, and that is it. You don't actually need Song of Time.
Yeah, this game is, the polygon era of gaming as we pick up Serenade of Water.
Yes, discount Prelude. But we already have Prelude, so... I already have Prelude, don't need discount Prelude today. Frogs 2? No, that was Frogs 1 is dead, actually. That was Frogs in the Rain.
The check where you need to play the Song of Storms, which in vanilla gives you a heart piece, but here would give you an item, is dead.
I think it was a purple rupee. I think it said it was a purple rupee. Don't quote me on that. I do have my glasses on, for once.
Well, at least you can see then. We're happy about that.
Oh, yeah. But my screen is farther away than usual because of how my desk is set up. So, plus the screen is not very big. So I might miss some things.
That's alright.
That's why you're here.
My vision will be alright.
Hopefully your vision's better than mine.
So one of the things we do on have is something called chest appearances matches content. So you saw Decker go in the shield grave there and not pick up the chest because it was a small brown chest. It means there's nothing in it. Not even bomb shoes, because bomb shoes are in big chests at these sets.
Is it texture or is it just size?
It's textures and sizes.
Texture and sizes. Okay. So yes, if you see a big golden chest with the Triforce on it, you need to open it because it has a major item in it. Sometimes you don't need that major item, like aka the Stone of Agony, the ice arrows. I'm still all for putting Greg in a big chest, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But yeah, but also when you're in dungeons, you'll see these small chests with like silver outlines on them. Sometimes they're a pain in the ass to see. Those are your keys. What do boss keys look like? I don't know what actual boss keys look like.
Boss keys are in their normal-looking chest.
Okay.
The yellow and blue chest, like you would see.
'Cause I know recently they retextured it, but I've been playing so much Triforce Blitz, and Triforce Blitz doesn't have boss keys. So.
Oh, good.
Ooh, Nehrus.
That would be one of the items in a gilded chest, but is just here today. So.
Now, the SpeedGaming Live did get it set up so that bomb shoes are in big chests, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The bomb shoes are in chest. Yeah.
So yeah, you won't see runners opening up a lot of small chests unless we need to do fire and we need it to do it without a Goron tunic, because you need at least 5 hearts to do that.
Yeah.
Or if
so
they're
heart
trying to get a
pieces
free
and heart
shield.
containers are in small chests, and you kind of want to pick up some, like you said, so you can go into fire.
Exodus is not picking up Nehrus. Come on,
Exodus.
Come on, Exodus! It is not one Kit Heyo or Bonko, so Exodus will not be zootering safely today.
So both.
Oh yes, I forgot this was a check.
towards the storm. Yeah.
Yo, this place scared me as a child.
It's kind of terrifying, isn't it? Really.
Dead Hand didn't do a thing to me. This is vanilla, but this grave, nah. No, I was like, I'm done. Fuck this shit, I'm out. You know.
Kind of interesting to see what Sponge is saying about Exo heading to DMT to peak that. Which kind
well, it is WAF.
Yeah, it's way of the hero, but if you do pick up something like Bomb Bag, you're going to kind of double track back yourself, and that's kind of one of the ways that you want to try and save time by not walking back through your steps. And actually, with the Sun Song, we can actually do this check right here, right now, which is the
Oh yeah.
play the Sun Song.
We are
hit.
full clearing at, well, we haven't done Dompe digging, but we're full clearing this graveyard. And it is
the
dead,
only check
unfortunately.
this song actually opens, but of course can turn night to day, day to night.
And also can warp you out of places very quickly.
That is very true as well. Nice little time save. Both runners
They
are rocking
both-
vanilla.
they both- Yeah, I'm about to say, they both have low health, and at first I was like, whose health is going off?
Yeah. There's options in the randomizers to change kind of the C button colours and the tunic colours and the sounds and stuff like that, but they're both rocking the vanilla stuff today.
The only thing that is, like, actually hard set in stone for my cosmetics is my Kokiri tunic, because that is the tunic I'll look at the most, and my hover boots sound. Everything else is randomized. Oh, and the sword beam, because I have that set to rainbow, but...
Okay, we've actually got some divergence now. We've got Exo as decided to go child, and whilst Deca looks to peek at this, you can actually peek the chest up in the wall alongside this little corridor on the left-hand side that Deca's at as well, which saves you from going all the way to the top. Remember, items are in big chests, and you can look through the walls quite often to see what the sizes of the chests are.
Now, is, Burning Cack turned off in these settings? Or is that just scrubs?
No, so there will be, because we started with 2 songs, there will be a song location that will actually have an item. We don't know what that is yet. It definitely wasn't Sunbrave, and it definitely wasn't...
so it's just random which one doesn't give you a song?
Yeah, so it could be OOT, it could be the song that's on Ocarina of Time, or it could be the song that's on Vanilla Nocturne, or it could just be Malon. It could be anything like that.
Okay. Interesting, I did not know that. Alright, and we are doing this market. Market is Way of the Hero. Exodus doing my least favorite thing in this entire game. Right up there with HBA.
A slingshot minigame.
Is this the 60 FPS version? I mean, depending if you're on emulator, you can run it at 60 FPS, but no. I know what you're thinking of the... Yeah, you're thinking of the PC port. Yeah, that's not allowed yet for emulators, or for random. I don't know if they're ever gonna put it allowed to be allowed, but
yeah, this is stuck at. We're stuck at 20 for today. Well, we say stuck at 20, but the pause menu is at 60, and the start screen's at 30, something like that. I don't know. There are some instances where this does go 60 frames a second. There's a dog here. He always gets lost every seed. He's called Richard. We have to hand him back to his mum.
He is the bestest boy. And Richard's mom's a cheapskate.
Giving us some love.
Oh yeah. But Richard is up there with some of the best characters in all of Zelda. I don't think I've ever met someone who doesn't like Richard, and if you do, shame on you. That dog is adorable.
I mean, he's a dog. He's a
dog.
game dog. He gets lost
He's a game
every
dog.
seed.
He gets lost. You gotta help the little puppy find his way home.
Alex asked him what Decca's done so far. We had Requiem.
What was that?
That was
What?
HBA. Oh no,
Okay.
the Shadow Trial. The like in the Shadow Trial is dead. Shadow 2's dead. So we've been to Spirit, we've been to Adult Cat, and now we're kind of doing, looks like, 3 song routes in here.
As always. Ooh, we're gonna. Oh yeah, we're doing. Oh yeah, just gonna do Richard here. I'm like, yes, night market, and then I'm like, we've already seen Richard. So what does that leave us? Bombchu bowling, and lens minigame. Oh, and big pose. Big pose is part of market. I always forget big pose is part of market. I always think it's field.
So we can only do 2 of these checks thus far. For where
So-
the hero market.
Yeah, Bombchu bowling is 2 items, but those require a bomb bag. Big pose requires, well, technically only requires a bow and a bottle, but you technically need eponas as well. And then lens minigame, I mean, are you allowed to 1 in 32 it in these settings?
Yeah, you can, but you wouldn't.
Yeah. And then for lens minigame, you need the lens of truth and magic, of course, to use the lens of truth. And, oh, Decker getting the ocarina.
Nice little save quit there. So remember, we've got random spawns, so we don't spawn in our vanilla locations, which is the Temple of Time in Link's house. We're near Link's house, but we're at Kokiri Forest.
Yeah. And will Mido provido today? Maybe. Ooh, there is a big chest.
Mido's got 1 big chest.
And there's a ring, which we need that. We do need to beat Jabu. Jabu is our shadow medallion.
So we need the Boomerang and Bruto's Lesser, so we can't access Jabu yet, but once we've got access, we can crush that, well, not crush the fish.
This will also help getting those 30 skulls if you need to get that bow.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how both these runners play that, whether they're going to play it safe and collect the 30 skulls. I mean, we need to see 10 and 20 anyway, but, you know, pushing that 30 for a bow that might not be required is a little bit Moncaress.
Santa pointing out Malin was... Oh, come on, Exodus. I know you wanted... No. Okay. Those are the ice arrows. Those are another meme item. In Rando, you really don't need it. I don't even think you need them in the vanilla game. Oh, that is a big chest.
So was Malon the song then? Malon was an item.
Yes. Oh, speaking of Goron, looks like probably won't be getting a lot of health this seed. Because there's a Goron tunic.
Yeah, so that kind of negates the need. He actually didn't even open up the small chests in Mido as well, so kind of wasn't even looking for health, but now getting that Goro tune, it's going to really help for fire, which is definitely required to be beaten today.
Well, so is water, so that can get a little dicey if, for some known reason, Central Pillar is required. That can... I don't know what the minimum health you need to do Central Pillar without a tunic is, so...
Yeah, I've seen people do it with 4. I think 3 is probably too close.
Yeah.
So we probably need a heart container at least.
Well, Exodus is up to 4 hearts. My Twitch chat is covering Decker's health. I should probably move that.
Extra showing off the Sun Song kind of warping, so in when time of day doesn't pass, if you play Sun Song, you go back to where you entered, and that could be a bit of a time saving warping.
Yep, and Bigoron is dead. We're getting the back of... It is open Deku, meaning we do not need the Kokiri sword to get past Mido. Mido is not blocking the Deku tree from you today. So you can just go here whenever you want. But Bigoron is dead. And oh!
There we go.
That's 3 Spirit Way of the Heroes!
So that means there are at least 2 items. So we get, for each Way of the Hero, there are 2 copies. And because that's our 3rd copy, that means the Spirit Temple is double Way of the Hero. So there are 2 items we need from there.
Can those 2 items technically lead to another item? Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I played with WAF. ZL can't be hinted WAF in these settings. It doesn't matter, we already have ZL, but...
We already have ZL, yeah.
Alright, so we're doing the Deku Tree, which is... the... water medallion? I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I know,
yeah,
looking
at the tracker, it looks like it.
Yeah, the Shadow locks, Shadow is the forest medallion, so that one's gonna be a little interesting just if we ever do need a song off a prelude. The prelude check, so that can be a little dicey.
Yeah,
The only
so
song
that
that-
saying that we've got Child Spirit available to us. So
That is true,
normally
yes, the boomerang.
You want to do your progression dungeons, which Spirit is. You want to clear your wafts, that Spirit is. So it would make a lot of sense after the Plexaria song to head over to the Spirit Temple as Child.
Yeah, boomerang disgustingly puts Child Spirit in logic. I mean, you can also do it with some bomb chews, but we don't have chews. You know, when I first played this game, I thought, you know, because how easy Deku is, because it's the tutorial dungeon, right? I thought this game was going to be super easy. No.
I will argue that I remember playing this casually and dying multiple times in the Deku Tree because I only had 3 hearts. Because I was just careless. I was walking into stuff, spiders eating me from everywhere. And then once I got more health, I found the game got a lot easier.
You have to understand that from when I played this game and from you played this game for the first time, it was different.
Yeah, one of us is much older than the other. We'll let chat decide which is which.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like Decker definitely pushing the skulls here. I don't know about Exodus. That is, I did miss the web jump many times and couldn't figure out because I'd always land right on the edge of it, and I could never figure out why it wasn't breaking, and I thought I was doing something wrong.
Don't worry, some of us play League and
Look at that, Decker.
4 times.
Oh, we missed the spicy B1 skip. Does Decker play on keyboard?
No, Decker assume it plays on Bizhawk from the look of his FPS counter. Actually, I can double check.
I believe that's the setup that that wasn't the normal setup. I can tell you that.
I mean, seeing another nice little setup from EXO here to.
I believe that is the B1 skip that keyboard players use, which is why I was a little like.
Right, okay.
Yeah, people who magically somehow play this game on keyboard, Lord, I could never do that. They can't see up like you can in this game to go into first person. So when they do tricks that involve see up, they gotta improvise and do different methods.
Yeah, as you're saying, the whole point of it being in 3D, like climbing up stuff and jumping up and down. You want to pick one up, Decker, that's a skill.
That is a skill. Sponge FMZ plays. Alfalfa plays on keyboard. There's a few people that are pretty well up in, pretty up there in top 64. I think there's a few in Challenge Cup, but if you can master it, go for it.
They exist. Imagine playing this on keyboard. I can barely play this with a controller.
I play it with a GameCube controller, so I don't know how people play it with an Xbox controller and not have notches.
Oh, let's
cough. Doc keeps.
That scale is going to be really interesting because I mean you would think about rooting in Zora's River, so
Zora's Fountain is foolish.
So you can get from Zora's River, from Lost Woods to Zora's River with a scale. But with us wanting to go into the Spirit Temple shortly after this, that might be something that we leave behind. We'll have to see how these runners route it.
Sponge pointing out that he got a new laptop and will, at some point, do an entire lord. I actually just finished reading that. Interesting. Ooh, those are hover boots. That's scary.
And Ocarina of Time is Minuet of Forest, so that's a sometimes hint in these settings. So we're going to need all 3 stones before we get the Minuet of Forest, which is a very handy warp song for us to get just around and the Forest Temple as well.
I think the bot is broken. I think Nightbot's broken. We have one of our Way of Heroes. Spirit is double Way of the Hero. We have a Market Way of the Hero, and DMT is Way of the Hero.
Yeah, and we've seen none of those items thus far, so
Nope.
it'll be interesting to see what those are.
For Foolishes, I think we've just have Zora's Fountain at the moment. Oof, more health. Ocarina minigame giving you lots of love today.
Yeah, and that's why Deca decided not to collect the small chest, because you get gifts and you complete mini-games, and you don't know whether they're going to be items or not. So, Deca, luckily there, picked up a heart container that's going to help with the game.
Yeah, especially if, for whatever reason, we need to do Central Pillar. Let's hope we don't need to do Central Pillar. But we are getting Saria's song. This is also going to be 3 more hints. This is a very powerful. I wouldn't say powerful, but it's a play you do. It is.
It's very similar to Adult Cat having a load of Spheres era items, like Child, Lost Woods, SFM. Has a bunch of hints. It's got a bunch of checks that you can only do as Child. Actually, a lot of the Lost Woods checks you can only do as Child. So
I think the only ones you can do are adult or the bombed ones.
Yeah, the grottos. Yeah. So this, especially with Open Deku, this is a regular second place to go to.
When there is, oh lord. Water's foolish. Yes, that was Doctrine. And say it with me now, chat. Water Temple is not real and it can't hurt us today because it's foolish.
It is a hard required dungeon though, so we're going to be finding a boss key in a foolish dungeon, which is going to feel pretty sad for the runners if it is deep in there.
It's on like Dark Link or something. Oh, and that was a dual hint. Something I didn't
Rolling boulders.
Oh, Burning Cactus Song of Storms. Was that the adult lake checks? Okay.
Adult lake?
Here, we'll read it again from Exodus' side.
Oh, Ride in the Beam. Okay, Ride in the Beam. So that's the lab roof and the fishing hole that are dead.
Yep, and Storms is on Burning Cack, so can't throw those 3 dungeons out just yet. Something may be in bottom of the well. Something may be Storms locked. DMT has a Storms locked check, so.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Divergence. So we've got Exo going into the Way of the Hero Spirit Temple, while Deca's decided to clear up some more child checks here in Lake Hylia. So.
Well, Spirit Temple is Way of the Hero. Spirit Temple has a decent amount of, not a decent. Spirit Temple has a lot of checks. It is. Most of your dungeons have a lot of checks in them.
Mm-hmm.
Child Spirit. So in Child Spirit there are 2 checks that are hard child locked, meaning you have to be a child to get them. And then if you get a key, you can go further. Let's see if we get a key and if Exodus decides to go further into the Spirit Temple.
Yeah, Exo firstly hoping not to lose their shield to start off with from
Lord.
these fire keys. But we're able to navigate that room successfully.
First time I ever played this game, I didn't realize I could lose my shield into Dongo's Cavern, and oh, hello!
Well, there's one big chest here, so interesting to see what this is. currently in logic as well, so quite often we're out of logic in the Spirit Temple, but we are in logic here today.
Yeah, Boomer. All you need to do Child Spirit is a projectile, and
Yeah.
that's it.
And Requiem.
And well, Requiem. Yeah, you gotta get there. Unless your save location is here.
Yeah, which actually happened to me in a seed today, so...
Oh lord. How do you like have to start with a warp song for that to happen, so that way you can get out?
I think you have to, like, these preludes start with prelude settings, allow you to start anywhere.
Alright, and what is this big chest? There is no keys here.
So we're not climbing any
And
further.
oh!
There's the mirror shield.
Gee, thanks, game. That is Way of the Hero. Yeah, because we do need to beat Spirit, so that is Way of the Hero. But that is a free shield, folks. We take free shields here. I was just about to say on the Silver Gauntlets. Holy crap. We take free shields here in the Zooter community.
It's interesting that it is a bit of a meme that the Spirit, the mirror shield likes to be in.
Was that hit? No, Decker, go back. I didn't read that hit. No, go back.
That was Frogs 2.
Was it Frogs 2? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the mirror shield likes to be in the Spirit Temple.
I am about to be put in comms jail. I'm always straddling the line between comm jail and actually being on comms. So, it's fine. If you never hear from me again, we all know what happened. Moving on. So, it looks like Exodus is now going to go fishing. Do you think that mirror shield's gonna have some implications for Decker not going to go get it? I know you need it, but like...
Get it at some point. He's not gonna leave Way of the Hero Spirit Temple before he leaves Child 1, so I think they've just decided that Deco maybe wanted to pick up explosives, like Sponge said, before heading into Spirit so he can climb it, and that's why he's doing Lake Domain, and probably River as well.
Yeah, so we're doing some domain. It can't go into the fountain to do Jabu. Actually, we can as an adult, but... So we're gonna do the domain checks, which is right here, because having a scale, I don't think people realize that when you play through the game the first time. A lot of people think you just need the scale to get Rudo's letter, but the scale, when you're playing a randomizer, scale makes moving so much easier.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, allows you to really quickly get between like Lost Woods and Lake Hylia without having to trudge all the way across Hyrule Field. So.
Master Alex, I'm confused. Are you saying that you think that there's like more? Because we've seen Child Spirit. Well, at least the 2 hard child checks, and that was just a mirror shield. I guess maybe. I have a hard time. Anything that's not the 2 hard child checks, I'm always confused on what is considered Child Spirit. Is it just anything on the one side? Ooh, Skull Mask is dead.
Well, the 2 lower checks are hard locked behind Child, and then I think the spoiler log like classifies the upper part as being Child climb versus adult climb. But
Okay.
yeah,
Oh my god, if it is vanilla strength too, I'm gonna cry.
I was speaking to someone recently about it. Like, logically, it's very difficult for there to be a strength 2 in this, like the logical strength 2 in the Spirit Temple, because of how you need adult access into there to get the vast majority of checks, which is not high strength 2.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work in the seed because I do not believe there was a key in those 2 child checks. So, unfortunately, yeah. We are hard adult required.
Hard adult.
Adult lock, yeah. Strength 2 needed. Yes, the Silver Gauntlets chest is Silver Gauntlet locked. Ooh, we're buying some beans. I think maybe we did that on accident, but still.
What's really interesting about this child section that we just had, and why we are seeing a bit of an extended child section, is because we've actually not found any items that unlock more checks in our next adult section. We've got a Goron tunic, which is good if we want to not burn in hell. and we've got a boomerang, which is child.
We do have hovers.
Yeah, they don't really unlock anything though, so that's why we're seeing a lot of child here at the moment. So
They unlock Valero.
I was thinking
You gotta get there first, I guess.
Yeah. I was thinking we might see a big divergence between these two very different playstyles of runners here, but nope, the seed is being very linear at the moment as we see the 30 bow hint again just looming over us.
I really hope that you. Oh lord, me and 30 Skulls have never been friends. The first ever Zooter seed I played was hard 30 Skulls locked with my hook shot being on there. And there were exactly 31 skulls in logic for me to get. So, me and 30 skulls, nah.
Yeah,
looks like
and skulls don't really mix.
Yeah, we're both buying a bean. Where do you think this bean's going?
I think they're going to plant it here in Adult Lake. Oh, we've already seen the hint.
We have the hint for it. Do you think there's something on the Colossus arch and we just misidentified it?
No, I don't think there's something. I think it's purple. I'm pretty certain it's purple.
Where else do you need a bean though, like hard in this game?
Maybe they're thinking about.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe it's to a DMC bean is a place that sometimes you plant a bean.
The Bolero spot potentially. That's a good one. Yeah. But we have hovers. We do have hovers though. Sponge. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Sponge got one. Yeah, we have hovers. The graveyard crate, you can get that with the boomerang. We have the boomerang, I'm assuming. I would assume they both know the trick to get the crate with the boomerang.
Yeah, there's nothing there. We've peeked that and there's nothing there.
Yeah, in my opinion, the only thing that they would need a bean for is the Colossus arch. And I'm like, scratching my head on this one. So there's the 4th Spirit Temple Waff.
Yeah, so incoming 5th Spirit Temple Waff. I've got a feeling this is way too early.
Feeling that your Spirit Temple is just absolutely loaded.
Yeah.
Oh, and Exodus is we're doing Dompe dig. We're full clearing this graveyard.
Yeah, this is sensible. Another hint here as well, which is just Fox 2 again.
Oh, Sponge giving us the insight. Most runners buy a bean out of fear, not necessity.
Yeah, I think it was just an automatic thing, I think. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if people planted the bean right there to get into ice.
True. Oh, Lord. Oh no, that has some implications to it.
We've unlocked a check.
We've unlocked, just one check. We don't have bombs, so that is unlocked. Yeah, that unlocks one check. If we get any type of explosive, that unlocks the 2nd check. And if we get a long shot, that unlocks the entirety of Water Temple, technically. Well, not logically, but... Oh, Exodus! Oh no. This is...
chickens as well.
It is only 3. It is only 3 chickens. It is not that bad. These are the 3 chickens you grab if you're doing 3 chickens, because these are the closest 3 chickens you can get.
Yeah, this check is a bit of a meme in the community, because sometimes it's set to need to collect all 7 chickens, and, you know, that is kind of long. So
Andrew just giving you a piece of her heart today.
No, Exa as a bingo player probably collects 7 chickens quite a lot to pick up the bottle on Andrew, so...
It's not random chickens, it is hard set to 3 chickens. They wanted to make these settings, because this is also going to be done in person. I forget the dates, sometime in October. We need some faster settings, you know, we don't want people sitting here for 3-4 hours, so... Thank you, October 27th through the 30th, and you will be back in time for Halloween. In-person tournament hype. I am hyped and still don't know if I can go. So are 40 and 50 skulls turned off?
40 and 50 are turned off. I don't know what this is going to be. This is 5 for Exodus now, so he's getting close to 10. I was just thinking we haven't seen Gerudo Valley. There were 2 checks in Gerudo Valley.
I think that's what I think Exodus is gonna do lab dive here, then probably go to Valley, I would say.
I think there's that.
We're running out of child checks to do.
To find the logical progression, and it would just be the seed to have something in the Valley. Just imagine having a bomb bag in Valley, and some runners have probably got that 10 minutes in.
We're all gonna take a dip, say hi to my cousin, although you really can't see him. There's a shark that lives down at the bottom of the lab dive. That is my cousin. His name is Pixelated Shark, or I think that's not an item, that's for Roars. That is my cousin. We all like to say hi to him occasionally. Yeah, no, well, we have a hint for the lab, so we do not need it. That's for Roars. I mean, that's nice to have.
Yeah. No more checks being unlocked though with that.
Not until we get explosives. Because Tech Grotto is explosive locked.
This is actually a 3rd check as well. We've got the open grotto here in Hyrule Field. So...
Oh, that's right, yeah. So we have this check and then the 2 in Valley.
And then I literally think we're probably out of checks.
As child, yeah, I'm pretty sure. That aren't already hinted dead. Ooh.
Whoa! Decker getting heated.
Getting heated. Market is still way of the hero.
No game. Can't do any more checks in there though. And Decker realizing he's going to be stuck. So out he gets. No small
floor
keys,
master
no
comes.
further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Decker is also. I think this is another Valley play.
Wow, just imagine if you're the runner that
Oh wait, maybe not.
goes to Malon and you go to Valley Lake before going to the Deku Tree and you find... I'm going to be pretty certain we're going to find a bomb bag here.
There's gotta be something here. If not, I'm very confused. I don't know what else there is. Is 30 skulls in logic?
No.
No. I don't have. Actually, I do have email tracker on here.
Probably 20. Maybe not 20 actually. I don't know. Because
Probably like
just
really
unlocks
out of
checks,
date.
but it's more like the access items that unlock checks. So things like Ruto's letter unlocks actually a ton of checks because it gets you into Fountain and Ice.
Let's see. What do we have? We have that. We have gold scale.
But the rank on its own only really unlocks like 4 checks outside of Jabu and Fountain.
Songs do we have? Zeo. Prelude.
Ah! Well, look at that! It's a bomb bag! What
If you
a
want
surprise.
to, by the way, if you want to get technical, there are 22 in logic, but there are 32 available, according to Evo Tracker. So if you do some weird shenanigans, I think you can get 30 skulls. But we have a bomb bag. We all know where dungeon we're going. What is that? Is that a?
That's a bloopy.
I thought that was magic for a second.
Here's 10
So
skulls.
we're all 10 skulls, more health. So we're all. Exodus is running to DC.
Yeah, there are going to be, like I was saying, there are going to be some runners who went to Gerudo Valley, picked up that bomb bag, were super kind of swift and convenient with their routine with the bomb bag, probably went adult half an hour ago to go and do stuff like the Dodongo's Cavern, which is a really tech-dense dungeon.
Yeah, and for those who aren't aware, these are not the only 2 runners running today. This is a qualifier. There are 11 other people running this qualifier, so we're hoping maybe one of these 2 will finish first, but yeah, it is time for Bomb Chew Bowling.
That's very true. This is a way of the hero market, so...
Come on, lens minigame. No, I'm joking. Is that a...
Oh!
Oh my god.
A blue fire bottle?
Oh lord. Oh no. Oh
Ice?
god. Hold on. I gotta...
Ice?
Chuckles! Chuckles, you wanna know what a bottle does? If we just get a singular bottle with all the items we have now? You wanna know what it does? It puts up to 40 skulls in logic.
Ooh, lots of
Oh.
there's Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the bomb bag opens up a lot too.
No,
But
yeah, the bomb bag opens up a lot. Yeah.
oh lord, chat. Oh lord. Way of the hero bottle. Oh lord.
So, just to kind of clarify what we're talking about, we now have access to Ice Cavern via. Oh, there's another bottle! What?
I think
Is
it's
it?
just a bottle. I don't think that's Ruto's letter.
Is that Ruto's letter?
Is that Ruto? Come on, go get Tobias. Is that Ruto's letter?
That Ruto's letter, but Exo is just getting it anyway, just in case. But like I was saying, with a trick that you could do to hop over King's Aura, we can get into Ice Cavern. Ice Cavern's been a hot topic of conversation in the Ocarina of Time randomizer community recently because
That is Ruto's letter.
well, there's logical access to ice.
There's
as well,
logical
so
access to ice. So we are just. I think Exodus is just gonna. Yeah. There it is. Yep, there's Serenade.
and it's
We're going to
also-
Jabu, folks.
Jabu, yeah, we need to do Jabu. So this has been very nice for Exodus being able to do Jabu in this, whereas Dekka's gone to adult and I don't know
Decker
how
does
people-
have Decker does
does
have
have.
gold scale for whoever's tracking Decker. Decker does have gold scale. Oh, you know what's
Yeah.
interesting? I don't think Decker. You can't get that as adult. The crate. I know you can get the waterfall as adult.
Not with our current loadout, no. Unless he knows the hover boots are out.
You might.
But we need to be able to get across. Well, you can
Mhm.
reverse.
Good reverse.
Maybe that's what
I
he's
think
gonna
that
do.
that's a
Maybe
pain
that's
in the
easy.
ass, though.
He might be thinking about reverse, going across the wasteland in reverse to get to GTG.
Yeah, Exodus is going to go into Jabu. Jabu is required. And interestingly enough, when Exodus decides to either to go back adult, he can full clear. Well, can't full clear Death Mountain Trail. Can't do the storms check, but can get the ferry and the bomb chest on Death Mountain Trail.
Yeah, we know DMT is way of the hero, which means there's a logically required item for us to beat the scene there.
Yeah, Exodus needs to get a fish. A fish. He doesn't want to waste that blue fire bottle. He's gonna get a fish.
It's interesting to think what world and in what universe do people get that Gerudo Valley bomb bag early? Like, out of Lon Lon Ranch is save quitting.
Oh shit, we are getting raided by ZSR, coming with a party of 93. What's up, guys? Welcome in to the SGL OTR tournament. Is this for both the online and in-person tournament?
Just online.
Just online. Qualifier 3. We have two great runners with Decker and Exodus, and you've joined us after we've had a very long and drawn-out Child 1, because your progression item is a bomb bag on the Valley Crate.
Yeah, and both these runners decided to do that. Well, Decker has only just decided to do it now, and Exodus did it about 7 minutes ago. With the bomb bag, able to get Ruto's letter, which was on Bomb Shoe Bowling.
As well as another
He's now
bottle.
doing, yeah, as well as the another bottle which had blue fire in it. And
I'm telling
now
you,
we're
it's
doing
the
required weapon.
bottle. It's the bottle that is way of the hero. I'm telling you, the spoiler log is gonna be weird, and it's gonna put the bottle as the way of the hero item for that damn bow on 30.
I don't know if Decker forgot about Valley or just didn't want to do Valley at that point, because he's kind of going back through his steps now of, you know, he did this walk to get to Open Grotto as adult and now doing it as child, so I don't know if he just like kind of forgot or just decided he didn't want to, or just didn't trust Valley.
ZSR was doing some Wind Waker rando. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the S5 tournament. Wind Waker is in the middle of its S5 tournament with both the main bracket and Challenge Cup.
We got a couple of questions in chat about what we're doing here today. So this is the Ocarina of Time Randomizer. It's the game we all know and love from 1998, but the items are all in wonky places. we need to get all 3 spiritual stones to access Ganon's castle. The 3 spiritual stones can be obtained by beating fire, water, and spirit. We also need to get the shadow and spirit medallions to get the boss key to enter Ganon's tower, and they are on the they are beating Jabu, and we actually started with the spirit medallion. So only 4 dungeons that are hard required today, but we'll wait and see if we do more.
Yeah, because we do know Storms is on Burning Cack, which to get Burning Cack you need the Forest, Water, and Fire medallion. So Song of Storms, especially if people who play mixed pulls and RSL will know that storms can be very powerful even when you don't have entrance randomizer turned on. So, because it locks a whole damn little mini dungeon, bottomless
Yeah.
dungeon. But it does lock some checks. And oh, okay, missing the one bubble. Those are not called bubbles. What are they called? I forget what they're called.
They're called
Surprisingly
Shabold.
enough. Yeah, this game has very weird, bubbles. You think those would be called bubbles. No. The things called bubbles in this game are the floating skulls that you see in the Forest Temple. Because I have no idea why they're called bubbles. While we're on that topic, the German translation for this game is very funny, if you ever get a chance to look at some of the translations for that.
I think I did see that, but wasn't that a meme? Wasn't that a joke? I don't think it is actually the translation for it.
No, that is an actual translation. The thing is in German. I don't know how to say it in German. I'm not gonna say it in German. That Twin Rova and then both of Twin Rova's forms are some interesting things. They're like sexy grandmothers or something like that.
Okay, Deck has picked up the bomb bag, which has kind of been our main sticking point in the seed thus far. So he's now he's actually going straight adult. He's going to be avoiding that Ruto's letter, which is on Bomb Tube Bowling. And
I think Exodus just realized he's not going to have enough sticks.
yeah, he's going to have to throw.
We're gonna
throw Ruto.
Ruto, best weapon in the entire game right here. Ruto. Just Ruto in general. Look at that. You can just chuck her.
Yeah, we had a couple
just
of
use bombs. Why would we
yeah.
use bombs when we can use Ruto? Moving on. What was the question?
Well, we've got a big chest here, so let's see what this chest is at the moment. Ooh, bomb chews. So they're not logically in the game, so because we can waste them and can't refill them necessarily until we got a bomb bag, but we've got a bomb bag already, so not necessarily useful today.
Halo, this is not Triforce Splits. You cannot just assume Jabu is foolish.
Yeah, we had a question about kind of what kind of glitches we can use and things like that. So we play under what's called a standard rule set for this tournament and for the vast majority of tournaments. It's primarily a glitchless rule set with a couple of things allowed that you wouldn't find in the glitchless speedrunning category. So things like ground jumps are allowed. And a couple of other kind of niche things are allowed.
Here we go. Oh god, that's an interesting strength one.
Good item for Decker to find, but Exodus is in a progression dungeon, so I'd rather be in Exodus's shoes at the moment, but that strength, it's going to be helpful. We need 2 to beat Spirit, so...
Yep. Exodus is still getting some skulls here, because if y'all are just tuning in, we have a hint that 30 Skulltula tokens will give you a bow. We don't know if we need that bow. There are 30 bows, or not 30 bows, wow. There are 3 bows in the entire game. This isn't plentiful. There are 3 bows. There's 30 bows. There's 3 bows in the game. So that bow and 30 skulls we may or may not need. There may be another bow chilling out there. Or the other 2 bows are bow locked and we do need it. So that's why. Well, you also need to do 10 and 20. 10 and 20 are not hinted. We've seen 10. 10 just gives you a heart container. This randomizer desperately needs a 30 bows mode. If they can do that, I'm sure they can do hookshot sanity.
Well, there is a new setting that has been introduced above Plentiful, which is called Ludicrous, which makes every
Lord.
junk item a key item.
Oh my god. We're gonna see a Valleyway of the hero at some point, right?
Well, there's the hammer is locked. The hammer is locked by that bomb bag at the moment. The strength is also
Locked by the bomb bag.
So
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
seeing a Valley way of the hero in my future. Not my future,
And-
in this future.
Fire is one of our required dungeons to do, so it looks like Decker has decided to bail out of Dodonga's Cavern to head into the required.
Oh, there's a big chest here. What is this?
Yeah, this is our way of the hero.
Yep, that's needed. Need that. We do need to beat the Water Temple, even though it is foolish. We do need to beat the Water Temple. Exodus not going for boss skip. Interesting. For those who don't know, there is a really interesting trick that I don't know how to do. I think it's a, what is it, a one, can you explain box skip better than I can?
What?
I'm trying to explain box skip.
What box skip?
The box skip in Jabu.
Oh! Yeah, so you stand on the switch and then you roll really quickly into the door and you try and open the door before the door actually closes. It's pretty precise. Saves a bit of time.
Yeah, so people in chat talking about fire. Fire is a very interesting case because technically, depending on where the boss key is, all you really need to beat fire potentially is a hammer and a way to get there. A lot of the times it's not that simple. A lot of the times you need something else. You need hover boots to get to Volve. You need a hook shot to get to fire, and or Pierre has something. Or you need a bow because you can easily get bow locked in fire. So, Decker obviously has the hovers and has the hammer, which normally are some of the two main items Logic needs for you to beat. Well, and a Goron tunic. That Logic needs for you to beat fire. So I think Decker's just gonna try his luck and hope for an early boss. And there's a slingshot on that HBA is dead.
That's HBA, yeah.
Yep.
So
And there's the
horseback
lens of
architect.
truth.
Griff,
The lens of truth. Decker doing a really cool thing you can do in this game because OT is such a very well coded game. For those who are new, there's something called the power crouch stab, which got fixed in Majora's Mask. So in the game code, there is no actual value set for a crouch stab. So the game just takes the damage value and damage type of the last thing you did. So if you chuck your hammer out and then crouch stab, it acts the same as it being the hammer. So you can just break a bunch of boulders with your sword.
Yep, and it makes beating lots of different bosses and things like that really easier as well.
Ooh, there's Saria's.
Powerful jump slash.
There's Saria's.
Yeah, Saria's not the most exciting of songs. It unlocks 2 checks and it might... Does it actually lock formal access to Forest Temple? Probably
What
not.
is Forest? Forest is the fire medallion?
Yeah.
Depends, because Saria's is on A, or Minuet's on AD.
Yeah.
So it depends, because we still need a hook shot and a bow. And oh look, we have Ganon's boss. Exodus has Ganon's boss key. Because we have beaten Jabu, we have now got Lax. Well, we haven't gotten Lax, he needs to go. Well, he's been to the Temple of Time, so never mind.
So Decker and Fire.
Is Lax like turned off as a check because of the boss key, or do you still get an item for Lax?
Pass.
Okay.
Don't.
That's a technical question. I don't know.
I've only done 2 of these well, I've done 1 of these qualifiers and a load of asyncs of these, and I can't answer that question.
Fenway's not here, I know they would know. The people that make the branches, the different branches would probably know.
Exodus about to get the strength that's down here.
I think Exodus is probably going to do the... I don't know if Exodus will bail on DC though, so...
I think Decker felt behind getting that bomb bag, and that's why they didn't do bomb tube bowling. So I think they're playing a lot more aggressively than maybe they would do.
What is the Ganon's Castle Bridge condition? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go for it.
I was gonna say, yeah, Deshanok, answer me. The Ganon's Castle Bridge condition is all 3 stones, but the Ganon's boss key, which you need to open the door, is on Lax. So that is the Shadow and Spirit medallions.
Yeah, Lax is an abbreviation for the light arrow cutscene, which I think a lot of other speedrunning OOT categories are called as well.
I say the Lax cutscene, and then it pisses people
off. Yeah, that's redundant acronym syndrome.
I always say it's the Lax cutscene, right? And they're like, Shark, you do know that the word cutscene is in that acronym. I'm like, psh, whatever. It's the Lax. It's Lax cutscene. Thank you very much. Interesting that Decker didn't check this first, but I think it's interesting that.
Fine.
Yeah, there's a key here.
I'm going to predict that Exodus is going to continue in DC. That's going to be my... Yeah, I think we're still missing quite a few items, so I think he's going to play a bit... I thought he would play a bit more safe than Decker anyway, and I think he maybe feels better for beating Jabu in that Child 1, and it's going to clear it.
It's a long-ass Child 1.
Long time.
Yep. I'm gonna get this chest.
Let's see what he does.
We're gonna keep going.
I'd continue. I think it's safe to continue. DC is just really quick. And you never know if you're gonna find another item there.
Yeah, DC has a very low number item. You need like numbers of items you need to beat in the dungeon. So a lot of the time, it's a dungeon you can do very early in the game. In this case, if you somehow god routed and went to Valley really fast, you could have probably been here within 10-20 minutes. So a lot of the times, you'll see runners do DC even if they don't need to complete it, just because it's very easy to get in. It's kind of check dense. I don't know the exact number of how check dense it is, but it's just a very quick dungeon to do.
Yeah, definitely.
You can get some skulls. And you can, with chest size matches contents and texture, you can peek a lot of the checks. So, save your bombs. Someone just slammed the door and that scared the shit out of me. Fire is a weird dungeon. Can I say that? Fire is a weird dungeon?
Fire's a great dungeon. I quite like Fire. I quite like the wonky dungeons. I don't like Forest and Shadow, but Fire and Water, they're pretty cool.
I like Fire when I have a Goron tunic or a lot of health and I'm not like pulling my hair out, so that way I get there fast enough.
Okay, looks like there's nothing this far.
That is a big chest.
Oh, that is a big chest. I thought that was a small chest.
I've gotten really good at peeking this room.
Oh, nothing overly exciting.
What? I haven't gotten kicked off yet, Kalo. It's fine. I'll probably just get told off after this.
That's double defense.
Double defense, always great to have. Oh, I like to have it.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I'm nice doing shit at this game. Plus the abbreviation is titties. So, I was gonna say something, then lost my train of thought. Cool.
Kalo disgusted saying that he said 5 was weird. I think I'm kind of disgusted. 5's cool. Oh, there's another big chest here.
There's another big chest here. Oh, what is this? Uh-oh.
Ooh, a hook shot.
Ooh, that could be bad for Decker.
Yeah, Decker leaving this. It's a bit of a risk, bit of an aggressive play. What is that hook shot? So we need both hook shots to beat Water. Hook shot's going to be really helpful in Spirit as well.
Chuckles, you're getting thrown shade now. Apparently the word is not off. It's awful, not weird. Not my words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that hook shot. Yeah.
I mean, Decker's not going to leave. Right, he's not going to last location with hook shot. Yeah, DC, as we've said, very good place to come to. So I think he's going to be thinking about coming back here once he runs out of stuff to do.
Interestingly enough, if you didn't miss it, Decker did a little trick to get 2 bomb drops from that pot. If you break the pot and not pick up the bomb refill, walk backwards, and there's another big chest in here. Unload the room and then walk back. You can break it again and get twice the bombs, and there's more chews.
Decker got bow locked out of forest.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so he climbed all the way up. You needed 2. If you don't have a bow, you need 2 small keys at that point to go through the door to jump back over to the race and fire chest, or the map chest, it's also called. But he only had 1, so he would need a bow to pick up what would be the small key or a boss key from the map chest.
And Exodus taking on possibly the hardest boss in this entire game because you cannot one-cycle it. And it is down. The dead dinosaur.
He dead.
The dead dinosaur. Be dead. Ooh, we're gonna check
Decker's
this
going to be
berry.
sick if he finds a bow in this loop that he's about to do now, because I don't know, maybe it might be a smart decision to do these 3 checks here that you could do just in case there is a bow or something, because you don't want to climb. Well, we're gonna have to climb all the way back up and fire the hit. He has no choice.
Oh my god, Chuckles, I'm gonna need you to close the fucking spoiler log, please. Close it.
Oh, no.
I don't need you.
I feel the vomit that is in Decker's mouth right now. Like, I feel it.
Feel that too. Oh.
Oh dear.
Full disclaimer for people who are new, Chuckles does not in fact have the spoiler log, that is just a saying we do when someone guesses it right.
I said Bombaggin Valley and a bow there as well. I'm doing pretty
That's
good
why
today. I would do good in the seed.
That's why I'm telling you to close the spoiler log, Chuckles. I'm gonna need you to not.
That was the Ice Cavern double hint, where it was Dead and Bolero, the last 2 checks in Ice Cavern.
Exodus is gonna get the iron boots here. Now, so here's the question: if Exodus because some people will do that loop in Death Mountain Crater before they go into fire, and some people will do it after they finish fire. Question is, which one is Exodus gonna do here? Because if not, he might save some time, or make up the time. Well, oh my god, and there's the other bow!
There's the other
Oh my god, game, please. I can't with you. Rando bot, why you do this to us?
In the P. That is unreal.
That is, you know, that could, well no, that can't be way of the hero. The bows aren't bow locked, so.
Yeah, oh wow. Decker is doing well collecting skulls, and that path to the skulls is gonna feel a bit wasted. And now he's gotta climb the fire temple as well, which is gonna be a couple of minutes lost, unfortunately for Decker, but
Yeah.
all is not lost. We're still on the path.
Yeah, so that's a sigh of relief for the runners, because that, you know, that tells you I'm not gonna need to do 30 skulls. I just gotta go up to 20, and you're already at 10. So.
Did you know that the fairy fountains in this game have turned into archers, because 2 fairy fountains, as Zuri was just said, has 2 bows.
2 fucking bows, Jesus. Oof, this seed. Oh, Exodus, still getting skulls. Can you reach that from here with the hookshot?
You can. Well, I think you might need to be on the. No, you can do. Definitely reach that.
Oh, yep, there you can.
Yeah. Good point. They both give the same item in vanilla as well.
If Exodus does the little Death Mountain Crater loop before going into fire, that will definitely save him some time.
Yeah, I think if you're missing an item to complete fire, I think you do the loop, but Decker was just being a little bit too aggressive this time. And, well, Decker's aggressiveness is kind of missing bows, missing hook shots and DCs, missing Bruto's letter on the market.
Yeah, Exodus is also, I understand Exodus is a full Jabu ahead, but when I say save time, I mean, ooh, oh, nope, we're going straight in. Or we're at least getting the song. He's thinking about it. No! Turn around! Exodus, please. Please. I think he's. No, we're going in.
We're going in.
We're going in.
We're seeing double fire dip. You're getting stuck on a pixel there. No.
You know what? This would have been so much easier if they had magic because we have roars.
That's so true.
Yeah. I think Exodus feels a little bit more better going into fire here because Exodus does have a hook shot. We don't have Pierre, but oh no, it's free Scarecrow. So doesn't matter.
Free Scarecrow.
Exodus can't do Pierre. You need a bow to get there, but.
Yeah, chat is right for Ash's question about DC not being required, but had some good stuff. Had a hammer, which Decker got, but it also has a hook shot, which Decker did not get, but Exodus did get.
Interestingly enough, the chest that the hammer is in, you can roll and see up to peek the chest that the hook shot is in. So, if Decker had maybe taken a few more seconds, might have figured out that that was a big chest.
That's true. Walls are thin in this game. You can do a fancy little roll and see up to kind of look like in first-person mode. I think, I don't quote me on this, but I think you basically put your head through the wall and are able to see the size of the chest because we've got chest appearances matches contents, so big chests have nice items in them.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly that works, but yes. They are not vanilla keys, they are just randomly placed throughout the dungeon. But you can still get through the dungeon, obviously.
Yeah, so the Fire Temple keys are going to be in the Fire Temple, just not in their vanilla positions. Yes, sir, you're correct. CAMC is CSNC plus sizes and textures put together.
The only key that is not in its own dungeon is Ganon's boss key, and that is put on Lax.
Which is?
The light arrow cutscene.
Yeah, not the Lax cutscene.
It is the Lax cutscene. You cannot stop me from saying that.
No worries, Extreme Size. Good to see you again.
Ooh, there's a big chest here in fire. Pausies. Oh, it's the silver gauntlets. Let's go.
Strength 2 needed to enter and beat Spirit, so that's a nice find to get in deep fire. Because and we're just here because we need the boss key. We haven't found the boss key yet.
Yeah. Yep, that is strength 2, which is needed to beat the temple, the spirit temple.
The spirit temple. Yeah.
The spirit temple. English.
If this is the first time people have kind of watched Ocarina of Time Randomizer, in the vanilla game you find a strength in before Dodongo's Cavern, and then get a strength later on in the game, and your kind of your Goron bracelet gets upgraded to silver gauntlets. And how the seed will work that is that there are 3 what we call progressive strengths: strength 1, strength 2, and strength 3, and you can find them in any order, and it upgrades. So the first strength you find will be the Goron bracelet, the second strength you find will be the silver gauntlets, and the third strength you find will be the
Yep. Same thing with bows and bomb bags and slingshots. Anything that you get multiple of in this game. Long shot. They're all considered progressive. Except I think the bomb bag is the progressive bomb bag.
Yeah, you just get the 20 bag, the 30 bag, the 50 bag.
I know the hook shot is called progressive hook shot.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the bomb bag and the bows.
We do know that 30 schools, so we get what we call an always hint for 30 schools. So the seed on a hint stone will always tell us what's on 30, and the seed told us there was a bow there, so that's why the runners have been kind of pushing the schools. We don't get an always hint for 10 and 20 though, so we still need to get to at least 20 schools at the moment.
I think Decker's gonna be in trouble if the boss key's on Pierre, which is looking more and more likely. here, because I think he has just this check, which is just the hammer check chest left, right? He's done everything else. This is oof. For those of you who don't know, there is a scarecrow in this game called Pierre. Oh no. Hookshot locked. No, he just did highest score on. Yeah, the boss key's on Pierre.
The boss key's on Pierre, which requires the hookshot.
Yep, there is
has a hookshot, and will likely do Pierre first. Now the question is going to be,
I think he's bow locked though. I think he still
once he finds the bow. What I'm thinking about afterwards is that will Exodus then leave fire or stop climbing fire and miss out on the strength too? This might be a shock boon for Decker if Exodus doesn't climb the fire temple.
Yeah. Yo, Ketchup, what's up? How you doing? Welcome into this crazy qual seed. It's not actually that bad. It's just some of the items are in some weird. Shall we say weird? They're not bad locations. They're just locations that are kind of out of the way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What was that on the lullaby chest? It was a key. Thank you.
I think it was a key. Yeah. That is hook locked. That is hookshot locked. So if there is not a key in this room, Decker is locked out of spirit. I don't know where Decker would go after this, except for maybe. Oh, it is an item. It is an item. We are missing a way.
Is this a
Decker
hookshot?
Is this a hookshot? This is Dins. Oh no! Chuckles. Chuckles, it's Dins in a WAF location.
Wow, so it could mean...
It could just be for spirit key logic, because we don't have a fire source yet.
Could be spirit key logic, so the seed has logic built in it, so you can't waste all your keys. And some of the keys might be in chests that require magic, so and a fire source. Maybe why we're saying that Dins is required to that, but could also be unrequired shadow temple access as well. So stone shadow or unrequired shadow.
All we need to beat shadow at this point is magic. We have Nocturne, we have hovers, we have a hookshot, and we have Dins now. Well, neither one of our runners have all those items, but yes, the first key in Spirit is hard hookshot locked, so we do need a hookshot. You need a hookshot to beat Spirit anyway, but we need a hookshot to go anywhere in Spirit besides the first two checks.
Yeah, and I think if my maths is correct, there's a 50% chance that there is going to be a small key in the magic lock checks. Because there's 2 magic lock checks, and there's 4 checks that 2 keys could be in.
Alright, Decker gonna get Rudo's letter, Exodus just got the bow, probably gonna go back into fire. Yeah, not even gonna bother to check the other fairies, just instantly back into fire here. We do get interviews here, right? I'm assuming
they may come in for a chat afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to ask them how they feel about that bow. How they both feel about that bow.
Yeah, I wonder, Exodus going straight back in, and Decker picking up the blue fire, and now is about to see the Ruto's letter. He's going to feel bad about not picking this up, but there's nothing in Jabu, so he hasn't really lost much time. It's actually the hook shot that he doesn't know that he's missing that is harming him.
Yeah. Exodus is also going to be able to go through fire just a little bit quicker, because this hook shot does give you a little bit of mobility. That's not much, but...
Decker firing all the chews. The game doesn't actually stop until all the chews blow up, so you actually lose time by doing that.
Well, in this case, the last chew to blow up was the one that went in, so... I don't know if he actually...
and he said yes to the game again, which you don't want to do.
Yeah, you lose money. Yeah, and here we go, to Jabu for Decker. If Exodus doesn't get the silver gauntlets here, right? Where does he go?
That's a good question, and that might actually force him to do the rest of fire, because you are right in that there's little kind of open to him. He does have the whole of forest
The whole
open to him.
entirety of forest is open.
He does have unrequired forest being
Reversing
an option.
and GTG is open.
Yeah, GTG.
GTG's open. Ice is open.
Ice is logical.
Ice is logically open.
There is quite a bit that Exodus could do, which
Yeah.
Exodus has been playing safe. He's been having a safe mentality. He did all the DC. He kind of did all the the child one stuff kind of required. So I wouldn't put it past Exodus to clear all the fire here, but who knows? Only Exodus does. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
There's also the idea that Exodus may forget that it's free Scarecrow.
Oh, that is true.
And
oof, getting bodied by the are they just called flaming bubbles, or are they just still called bubbles?
I think they're called fireballs.
Fireballs? Or fire bubbles?
Fireballs.
Could go for some fireballs. Yeah, and here we go. If this is not the boss key, we've done something terribly wrong. Something has gone terribly wrong. I'm pretty sure this is the boss key, unless I've...
This has got to be the boss key, yeah.
Unless Decker missed a check.
We'll rely on the randomizer to give this the boss key. An interesting thing about walking to forest is that there are checks on the way that we haven't done yet.
Yeah, we haven't done the
walking to forest wouldn't be too bad.
Exodus is ahead now in the skulls department.
Ooh, interesting.
He's at 16.
So
We're still, yeah, 17. Show me the boss key. Bam.
Here it is.
That is the boss key. That is.
What do we think?
He's gonna continue or not? I'm hoping he
bailing?
continues.
I would hate to see him bail and leave this ring too.
Yeah.
Chat, what do you think? Bail or climb? What would you do? What is he doing? Oh, he's putting FW. No, he can't put FW hurt.
I think he was thinking about putting FW. Oh, he didn't even open the shortcut. Yeah, he's leaving. He's beating Volve and leaving.
He's out. Oh, yeah. He's gone.
Ooh,
we're our resident expert here. Be interesting.
We're putting Sponge on the spot.
Yeah. Move as bail.
Yeah, Sponge, our resident expert, because he's came in second 2 years in a row in the top 64 tournament. Well, it was top 32 and then top 64, so...
He's not too bad, he's alright.
Yeah, he's definitely not bad.
He's alright this game.
He's alright.
I think bailing is... I would say...
I would bail.
Of the top runners, I think the vast majority of them bail there.
I would bail. I'm not a big fan of fire, I would bail.
Yeah.
Unless I was desperately searching for items, like the only item I had is a hammer and just enough to get through fire, I would bail. So for those who are
so interesting that Decker didn't have the hook shot, so got that smoke and somehow has an advantage.
Yeah, for those who don't know what Exodus is doing here, as we've said, OOT is a very well coded game. There are actually two hitboxes for Babagia. There's one that is here, and when Volve pops out of the hole, and then one for when they're in the sky. They're both active at the same time. Or something like that. So you can hit the hitbox that Volve is in by dropping some bombs in the holes. So you can technically one-cycle Volve, which is exactly what Exodus did. I believe it is 9 bombs with Master Sword, and I know it's 7 with Big Goron.
I think it's different if you got shoes or... I think it's 7 bombs and 9 bomb shoes. Because you hit Volve with the hammer with the bombs.
Can't do it with bomb shoes. Yeah, thank you, Alfalfa. 7 with Master Sword. 5 with Big Ones. Damn, I could have saved a bomb the other day. Shit. Oh, well.
I never remember how many I've used.
Neither do I. I'm like,
I'm just there chucking shoes and chucking nuts, and it's just like, is it dead yet? Is it gone?
oh no, oh no, oh no, Sponge. We take it back. I take it back. I didn't mean it when I said. Moving on.
We're waiting for the average sponge to...
The average Sponge.
No, Sponge is great with Sponge.
Sponge, yeah, Sponge is great. My cat
50-50.
loves Sponge. My cat loves Sponge.
I think that's fair. I think of the more aggressive runners, you know, your Cariosas and you know people like that. I think more likely to fail, but I think you're kind of safe players. But if EXO is leaving it, then I don't know. Interesting.
Maybe EXO feels behind because of that bow. If you feel
Maybe.
behind, you're gonna bail.
Oh yeah,
The trick is-
Yeah, you're right.
I gotta think about, would I go into Forest Temple? Because this will tell you if there's an item in there. Will I go into Forest Temple in this seed?
I mean, I hate going into unrequired forest. Domain is foolish.
I think in Exodus's position, I probably would go into Forest. Meaning there's probably nothing in there, so. Well, then again, this is a Triforce. Does that rule apply outside of Triforce?
Maybe not. Maybe.
Maybe not. I haven't played enough non-Triforce Blitz to tell. Oh, Exodus, getting the other bow. Are we gonna get the Angry Shield flicks?
Imagine both the bows being there.
No. Well, Waff is Path. Waff is Path. You know what? DMT is Path. But I do have a feeling it's for the Iron Boots and not for the bow because we do need to beat water. So. Fire was the Zora Sapphire? Pretty sure water was the Zora Sapphire. But
Yeah, I think...
not water, fire. Fire was the Zora Sapphire.
We know there are 3 stones, so... I think
It doesn't really matter
Yeah.
which stone is which, you need 3 of
which
them.
way is
Alright, so Exodus, I think this is Forest. This is Exodus going into Forest.
Forest or ice?
Or, oh yeah, it could be Ice!
This is forest.
No, this is Midoskip. This is Mido skip. So, see you later, nerd. That's an interesting setup.
Yeah, kind of just a nice way of getting the angle. I've seen a couple of people do it like that, rather than doing a see-it method.
Ah, there's the useless Kokiri sword.
Yeah.
Well, it's not useless. That would have been helpful in Jabu because you can save so many sticks. Decker having to show off, and that it causing him to lose some time.
Yeah. That's a nice little scratch to do that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, most of the time you will see people boomerang the thing and then run into him. Oh, there's a big chest
Big
here.
chest there. It's not a bow.
It's not a bow. There's another bottle.
Oh
God. We're 1 bottle away from bottle percent.
Yeah, good point. We do know that the last 2 checks in ice are dead, but we do
Exodus,
know
you
that-
have Scarecrow song.
He shall
No, you shall not. Yeah.
And we also know that Fountain's dead and Flame's dead, so I guess really there's not much that we want from ice, so yeah, coming into Forest. We like to say that Forest is a bit boring in the randomizer. It's many people's least favourite section of the game. It's very linear.
Konas. Well, that puts GTG in Logic. So GTG is now in Logic. So is Gerudo Valley Hammer Rocks. We need a swag tournament. Yeah, Decker doing boss skip. Exodus chose not to do box skip. And Decker is off to fight, in my opinion, my least favorite boss.
Oh, and the first check is a pig chest.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Hook-locked hook shot.
That is a hook-locked hook shot. Oh god.
Next is think about what to do. Maybe just think about being able to do it in water, but water's foolish, so we're not going to leave. It's going to say, ooh, he's saved here, which puts his quit in the forest temple, and now he's leaving. Heading towards South Hyrule, maybe towards GT.
What are we missing? We are missing magic. Yeah, magic and lights. This is GT.
Exodus has 2 hook shots. Deca has 0. Deca has a strength. Or 2 strengths, and Exodus has 1.
We don't. We already have strength 2. We have Dins.
We currently don't hard require Dins though.
Sidus doesn't technically need Dins. Well, he does, depending on key depending on what the Dins is for. The Dins isn't a way of the hero location, but I personally just think that the Dins is for spirit key logic. Because we haven't seen fire arrows yet. Speaking of magic.
Oh, there's the magic on
That is
Lake Grotto.
the cheap scrubs, as I like to call them.
That's another one of those items ticked off. So, restreaming Glow mode, which is a name that we provide to kind of being in Go mode. We need the light arrows.
Yeah, and there is Ganon is guaranteed to give you a hint. If you go into Ganon's castle, climb all the way up, and start the end conversation with Ganondorf, he will say, "You will never defeat me without the light arrows in those pots over there." No. He will say, "You'll never defeat me without the light arrows," and then list the location of... Oh! What was in Kokiri Forest?
We found...
What was...
Yep.
There was... Yep. Mido had something. The boomerang. Was the boomerang.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, you'll never defeat me with a light arrow. But my favorite one is because there is a branch setting where you can turn on like items. You know, when you break a pot and items fall out, you can turn those into randomized items. And there are some pots in Ganon's room. And he will say, "You'll never defeat me with the light arrows in those pots over there." That is my favorite quote for Ganondorf. Ooh, we're doing Child Goron City, and oh yes, we're checking... Was this just field checks? Was Exodus just doing field checks?
Probably just clearing everything up so before heading towards GTG. I don't know if he's even done the near market one.
No, I don't like the piano.
Yeah.
I need to sneeze. We're gonna see Dancing Dad! And there's a deck of shield. Oh yeah, big pose. Oh yeah, market is waff. Always full clear your waffs.
Yeah.
Always full clear your waffs.
Poe in the water.
You still get it if it's in the water.
Yeah.
Do you need a scale?
You just chat to the Poe when it goes to the bottom.
Just chat to the Poe.
It's just have a quick conversation.
Yeah.
So these are new checks from Deca side doing Chalgoran City as well.
He's not gonna actually get the pot? Oh wait, no, he's playing Sun Song. I'm like...
And Field just have that magic.
Yep. I don't know if Exodus is actually gonna go into Ice, because the song in Ice is just Bolero. And you already know that the 2 final checks are dead, so that leaves just... What, 2 other checks?
3 checks.
Three.
One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not a lot there. More value in doing something like GTG, I think.
Yeah. So, for Exodus' sake, we are all hoping and praying that there is the third strength chilling somewhere that's not strength locked. The two strengths aren't strength locked in of themselves. So, well, no, Exodus now has for roars. So Exodus is probably will go to GTG and then set for roars there if there's nothing there. Or if they're somehow strength 2 locked.
Yeah, here's Exodus heading towards the fortress area, and there it is. Oh no, he didn't get the. I thought that was Greg. Then.
No, yeah, no. He got the wrong face. Maybe Decker should try to get the bomb refill one.
He's gonna try the bomb shoot effort here.
Yes, Spirit is Waft ×2, and we've found Mirror Shield and we found Dins. Yep. Yes.
And we know the light arrows aren't going to be there because light arrows can't be hinted for. So maybe, well, we might think it's.
There's another bomb bag.
Small key logic in GTG, in
Yeah.
Spirit, or it could be that the lights are in.
Shadow.
The lights are in Shadow, yeah.
Yeah, because Way of the Heroes can point towards the light arrows. They just can't be the light arrows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Same thing with ZL. It can point towards ZL. It can't. Ah, and SpeedGaming Deutsch coming and joining us with a party of 73. I don't speak any German. Surprisingly enough. I don't speak any German.
Don't speak any German. Lived in Germany for how long?
4 years.
4 years. Doesn't speak a lick of German. Welcome, SpeedGaming Deutsch. We are playing Ocarina of Time Randomizer today. This is part of the online portion of SGL 2022. We are in our qualifier stage at the moment. We're featuring 2 of the runners in this qualifier. For those who don't know what we need to do to win, we need to collect all 3 spiritual stones, which are beating the Fire Temple, the Water Temple, and the Spirit Temple, whilst also collecting the Shadow Medallion and the Spirit Medallion. The Shadow Medallion was Jabu, and we actually started with the Spirit Medallion today, so we formally need to beat 4 dungeons.
And Doc Heaps, welcome in. How's it going, Doc? Hope work's not a pain in the ass.
We'll give a bit of a run of the tape thus far for everybody joining in. So we had a very interesting kind of roadblock in our seed with Bomb Bag being in the Gerudo Valley crate that both our runners kind of put off. We've had a bit of divergence since then, and both our runners are missing 1 item each that the other has. So Decker is currently missing, well,
in Decker's case it's 2.
Yeah, so
in Decker's case it's 2, technically.
Decker is currently missing a hook shot that was in Dodongo's Cavern. Decker started to clear Dodongo's Cavern and then left after finding the hammer. And then Exodus is actually missing Strength 2 currently. Strength 2 is in Deep Fire, which because the boss key was on Pierre, Decker currently doesn't have the boss key in Fire and therefore climbed Fire to get that strength. So, and then there's another hook shot which is in the first check in Forest Temple. And now Exodus is currently in GTG looking for that Strength 2 to be in glow mode. Ergo, needing the light arrows. Decker is currently missing the 2 hooks.
And magic.
Lights. Yeah, and magic. Oh yeah, magic is in the near Lake Grotto, the Lonely Scrub Grotto.
Yeah. And then Exodus is missing Dins, which is in Way of the Hero Spirit, which is double off. And I'm just assuming that it's just for Spirit key logic. I don't actually think it's for. I'm a big fan of doing Shadow, especially when I'm of other people doing Shadow. Let me rephrase that. I'm a big fan of when I'm watching Zooter people doing Shadow. When I'm playing, I hate Shadow. So I'm just hoping. I think it's just for Spirit key logic.
Yeah, and as chat's kind of alluded to, we were bow locked in Fire, but the bow was just sitting in there. Both the DMC fairy and the DMT fairy. So you had a choice of 2 bows, the third one being on 30. So we were starting to collect date skulls, but we stopped collecting them. Oh, Exodus missing that rupee there. That can be a bit of a pain sometimes.
Yeah.
Silver rupee hitboxes aren't nice.
They're also very weird. They can sometimes be to your advantage, and sometimes they can be to your disadvantage.
Hey, wonder where Decker is heading here now. Still missing that hook. Maybe he's heading towards DC now. Heading in that direction.
Beat up the wolfos. Where is Decker going? Oh no, this is the archery minigame. Wonder if Decker's gonna head back into DC. So then here's a question: if Decker doesn't find the other strength, when do you not Decker? When does Exodus go back to fire? When do you think Exodus is gonna go back into fire?
You don't.
You don't?
You don't.
Yeah.
He didn't unlock the shortcut, so
No.
you really aren't going back there. That is.
He
that is the
really
final location.
just needs to find. Oh, there's Big Goron Sword.
Luckily, he won't be able to head into Shadow until he finds the strength.
Yeah,
because
so
that's in the lower part of Adult Spirit. So one area he won't be able to clear. Water's foolish. GTG he's in. You know, there's 3 checks in ice.
yeah, there's not a. I think Exodus is bad. There's no big chests in GTG.
Wow, GTG actually barren. Thus far.
Yeah.
Don't know how many keys
I think there was a big chest with some shoes in it, but
let's see how many keys Exodus has. 2 keys at the moment.
maybe there is something in GTG. It's on the left side. Uh-oh.
There is a big key. Doesn't have Song of Time, so he's going to need to scum these 2 keys. So we logically need 9 keys or Song of Time to get these chests. And we have neither at the moment. It's just a slingshot.
He's not even gonna save scum those away. Or is he just gonna peek back here? Oh, there's another big. Yeah, he's gonna save scum. There's another big chest. That is 4 or 5 key locked in
Yeah,
there?
he currently doesn't have enough keys, so he's going to need to find some keys on the left-hand side of the maze to actually access that. Unless he hasn't done the Beanos check yet.
I think he did.
Only finding 2 keys.
I wonder if there's some keys in the maze. You know, there has to be some keys in the maze here.
Yeah, we could probably hit 3 chests. Yeah, there's 3 chests before we actually get to that big one.
That's not a key. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Gonna
Not
need
the S.
the next one to be a key as well. Oh no, that's it. We're stuck.
We're stuck. Our strength's too
There's
locked.
2 keys.
Where are the
Dang,
strengths
so
too
that
strong
big
and
chest
time
is
locked?
going to be cooling.
Yeah. Ooh, we're not even setting for. Oh, unless he's set for roars already. I just didn't see it. But not setting for roars in here. Yeah, this is him going into water. The water is foolish, although we still need to beat it. So this is Exodus is gonna go in here, get the boss key, and then be out.
Yeah, this is I need to think about what I'm going to do mode.
Yeah, if you're not too sure on where to go to your. If and you have a foolish dungeon that's required to just go there. It gives you time to think where you need to go because it's not that hard. Well, Water Temple could be a bit confusing, but. Oh, Decker has spotted the hook shot.
He has seen the big chest, and like you said before, he could have peeked that as well. So this kind of feels a bit like the moment. This is the second vomit moment that I'll be able to feel for Decker today after finding that bow.
That is a key. Exodus getting beat up. Double defense for Decker. Oh, this room with hover boots is so nice.
Yeah, I've never actually thought about climbing from there and doing that before. It's so interesting when you watch other people do stuff and you learn kind of small little niche things and things like that.
Trying to find the boss key. That is the boss key, I think, right there. That is a big chest of some type. So I do think
the cracked wall.
Yeah, I think that's the boss key, because here he's going with the choose.
And this is the hook for Decker. Feel the vomit.
Yeah.
Is he leaving DC a second time?
He's like, fuck DC. He is back
Wow.
to Spirit. He's going to do Spirit.
He's just been punished for leaving DC once. It's like, that's not going to happen again. It can't happen twice in a seed. It's not going to. There's nothing else in there, but...
Yeah.
There we go.
So Exodus has the boss key for water. He can full clear. Yeah, well, Decker knows that the boss key's on Pierre because he's full clear the rest of fire. So, and Decker also, yeah, that hook shot. I'm sure Decker's also kind of slapping himself for that.
Need a key, dude. Need a key, dude. There we go, dude.
Yeah, go get the key. You know where it's at. Yeah, you just need to go get it. Decker,
yeah, early BK in Warfare as well, which is interesting. Not a lot of time for thinking.
I don't necessarily know when Decker would go Forest because he is so much open to him now. He can do all of Spirit, he can do all of Fire, he can do all of GTG. Well, he doesn't have bonus. But he can reverse, and he can do all of GTG.
Yeah, it's interesting to say he doesn't have opponents or long shot because to logically access GTG, you need one of the long shot or opponents, and having neither of them might push him away from GTG and push him into the forest temple.
I'm interested that if he finds the magic, I wonder if he will go into Shadow to follow the Dins. Morph is a key, we say fuck that key and move on.
Nice little strat here to push the mirror and then cancel the push. And for some reason he's lost all the C buttons, which is interesting.
I think that's a bug.
I think you just.
I think that's a visual bug. There we go.
He's back.
You get banned for being too real, probably. What is that? That is a piece of heart. This cutscene is so long.
It is so long.
It is so long. You'll see a lot of people save before they do this and then just reset. Because they don't want to sit through it all.
Okay, we found one key in the mirror room, so that's the fourth key. So we currently have key 1 in Spirit and key 4. Let's see if we get a magic lock. Yeah.
It is 5 keys to logically get to the top of Spirit.
Well, one of those was brown chest, and the other one is the key. So we do have a magic locked key in Spirit, which may be a reason why Din's fire is weight of the hero.
Yep, if Din's...
Ooh, nice little strat there to gain her over the fence. I'm taking that one. That's 2 strats I'm taking from today.
Yeah, as long as fire arrows is behind Din's, then yes, the Din's is waft for fire access. Not fire access, the access to a fire ability.
Absolutely. Just take our word for it, chat.
Don't look into it. We know what we're talking about. We played Triforce Blitz, which is very logic heavy, so...
Oh, I suck at that. I suck at everything in this game.
So do I.
I'm just here for the ride.
Oof, God, me and Ganon don't get along. Ooh,
Big
what's this?
Ah, it's the strength 3.
Oh, that's bad for Exodus.
Dagger to Exodus' his heart. He does not know this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Where's Exodus? Oh, Exodus. Where are we going? Oh, are we going back? Are we going back into fire?
This might be
No,
the
we're
quickest
not.
way to get
No, we're
into
not.
the
We're going back to the forest. Yep.
Yeah, this is the quickest
As soon
way
as
to
I
the
saw
forest.
him walk, I'm like, this is forest. Never mind.
Yeah.
As soon as you see them veer off to the right, you're like, nope, this is forest.
So as a quick overview to the tragedy we just saw, so Exodus requires strength 2 to get into the Spirit Temple, which is at the top of fire. He did not activate the shortcut, he failed on fire, and the other strength that could have got him out of this sticky situation requires that strength in the Fire Temple. So
Spirit is long shot locked. Is Decker out of keys?
well, he didn't do all the fire checks. Sorry, what did you say?
No, Decker. Okay, my chat, I'm like, Spirit is long shot locked. There's a key on the
Oh,
right.
okay. Cool, that's interesting.
Well, I didn't know if Decker had a key. I need to move my chat. It's like blocking half of Decker's. It's blocking the part where I can't see his heart. His key number. There we go, I moved it. Okay. Yeah, there is a magic lock key at this point. So we do know that
Long
it's
shots
true.
in the first chest in Forest Temple, Zephyr.
Yeah. I don't count spirit keys, although I probably should. The only keys I really count are bottom of the well and GTG. Oh, and forest if I'm playing Triforce Blitz. Ooh, Exodus is gonna get to 20 skulls here. And there's the boss. That's a really bad boss key. That's a... Well, I mean, Spirit... The issue with Spirit... I mean, you can go mode Spirit. It's not... It's kind of a time save. You don't have to do Child and you don't have to do Adult Climb. If you can go mode Spirit.
I mean, Decker's kind of lucky that boss key wasn't in one of the magic block checks as well.
Well, what are the two? It's just the one, or well, yeah. Also, technically the one child climb, yeah, it's technically magic locked. Although you can do it as a child without magic.
Yeah, if he pushed him, he could have come back as child and got that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, push come to shove, you can come back and get the 2 magic lock checks as a child with some stick storage, flame storage shenanigans. So Decker's is gonna be a whole spirit temple ahead here. And I'm gonna assume Decker is going to go back and finish fire after this, or if not, go to GTG at the very least. Decker will be able to, if Decker does go to GTG, he will be able to get the item that is in there, because there, at this point, there has to be, I think all 5 checks in, most of the checks behind the strength 2 blocker keys at this point. Pretty sure, unless toilet is a key.
Yeah, we missed a bunch of keys in GTG.
Yeah, GTG did not have a lot of keys, so I have a feeling toilet's a key, and...
Yeah, there might be like 3 keys behind the strength 2 block as well.
Yeah.
But we know that's not strength 3 there, so...
Yeah,
light arrows.
Lax. Light arrows could be there. God, me and light arrows and lax. I mean, they're all intermingling at this point. For Decker's point of view, magic could be there. We are still missing second magic, but we all know it's just in the shadow.
You would think that if Decker heads to GTG, he might do that back part of Field first.
Exodus is gonna set for roars. This is a weird spot to set for roars.
Yeah, he's done the courtyard. He might be done with forest now, and is heading Prelude, which might be an indication of him going child.
Yep.
Yeah. He hasn't done child Goron City as like Decker has. There's a couple of other child bits of
Twin Rova being Troll Rova today. Oh god, that's... Damn!
That's a weird place for the witch to stir spell.
Yeah, and started that pretty fast too. Normally there's a decent time between the two. Okay, Exodus, what are we doing? Lens minigame, still on the table. the Din's Ferry. Longshot was the first check in Forest, the one that's on the tree branch. Exodus, that's it, there we go. Yeah, we're doing lens minigame. Get your guesses in chat on what you think the correct thing will be. You got a prediction for this, Chuckles?
Alright.
Alright. I normally just type a bunch of letters in chat and let my fingers pick for me, but... Alright, that is left. You're up, sorry.
Nice.
Left, left. We're gonna totally ignore Decker finishing spirit. Left, left, left. Oh lord.
Chimney really did put in a load of randomers there.
Left, 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 right. Okay, team left is out. 3 lefts and a right. Alright. Decker, yeah, Exodus, you need to go.
Pick up the game.
Left, 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 right, left. Interesting. I don't know if anybody actually won that. I don't think anyone won. It's sad.
I wonder if Decker's just doing this check or if Decker's actually going to go to GTG now.
Hmm.
Like, logically he can't get there. So, it would dissuade me from going. But Decker's not going to be dissuaded, it seems.
Yeah, this is logic is just a suggestion, Chuckles, don't you know?
But also, you can't get this check through the Wasteland because you don't have magic. So it would make more sense to go the other way by playing Serenade and doing all the field checks, which is easy for me to say because I know the magic's there. So
yeah. The third strength, the Golden Gauntlets, were strength 2 locked in spirit. So
Decker doesn't have toners though. Absolutely correct. Which is why I wouldn't be going there.
Yeah. Exodus is just doing child cleanup at this point.
Yeah.
He's looking for that second strength and
For that second strength.
not gonna find it. Ooh. I don't know why I'm tired. Actually, I know
The
why
thing
I'm
about
tired.
going to GTG is that Decker can clear pretty much all of it except for the toilet because he doesn't have Song of Time. The toilet being the affectionate name to the sunken silver rupees room on the right hand side of GTG. So he can do a lot of it. He's looking for, you know, the long, he's looking for magic, looking for light arrows, so...
But yeah, there's so much for him to look for.
Good chance one of them's in here, but well, there's a big chest outstanding that we know of.
You think it's just the light arrows? No, I know what it is. It's the Zora Tunic. It's gonna be the Zora Tunic. I'm putting my money on Zora Tunic. Actually, I don't bet against you anymore. I've lost too much money.
No, you don't. You always lose. But then I always make
lost.
sure that I bet things that I know I'm going to win. They just don't trust me.
I've lost I don't know how many gift subs to Chuckles at this point, so I just don't bet against Chuckles anymore. I'm also way too broke to be betting against you at the moment.
Except for the lightsaber that you bought.
Oh god. Yeah, that's probably the reason why. Yeah, Exodus is gonna get a bomb bag. Another bomb bag. There's a bomb bag. That is a bomb locked bomb bag. Still haven't found that Valley Waff yet, and I'm very upset about that because I'm like 90% sure the game would have hinted it.
Yeah,
the game can be very stupid.
We found a bomb bag on the pop. We found hammer bomb locks. We found... Oh, this was a big chest. Was this just the choose?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Currently that bomb bag is way the hero.
Yeah, this game can be very stupid on what it wants to hit. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. You cannot... Oh, you have 2 bombs, Exodus, please. No, it's not gonna pick it up. where are we going now, Exodus?
Well, Exodus is currently playing in the Majora's Mask Randomizer tournament at the moment, so he's probably gonna go and check what's on Ghosts. That's what he's probably thinking at the moment. But he's in Hyrule today.
He's checking 20 skulls. That's what he's doing. I just realized it. He's got 20 skulls. He's checking 20 skulls. You know what is gonna save? Decker does have Big Goron Sword coming in here, while Exodus didn't. So this might save Decker just a little bit of time. It is a
30-minute time save.
Yeah, it is a joke in our community that Big Goron Sword is a 30-minute time save, which I don't actually know if that's true or not.
No, of course it's not.
No.
It saves like a minute.
Well, if you're really bad at the game, like me, the Big Goron Sword can be your best friend. Especially on bosses. There's a handful of bosses that I've managed to one-cycle without Big Goron Sword. So, with just Master Sword.
Yeah, we're currently seeing a bit of a... This is the first time today that we're seeing kind of both runners covering the ground of the other runner, which is really interesting. Like, it's kind of all been at least one person doing new ground.
Yeah, okay, Exodus going. Come on, Exodus, go fire. Go fire. Go to Fire Temple. Please and thank you. Alright, Exodus is gonna do the push. We're gonna push the block. We're not eating the rock, we're pushing the block. Unfortunately, I don't think there'll be any rock eating today.
Was it OGC Fairy hinted?
No, but you really don't do it unless it's like hinted. Or you're like desperate.
Oh yeah, of course. Exodus only has
Exodus doesn't have only a strength. He's gonna magically throw the rock with one strength instead of 3. He's gonna break the game. He'll just DQ himself and clip into it. I'm sure he knows how to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, where are we going, Exodus?
Oh, look, a load of small keys in this room.
Oh, who would have guessed?
Oh, look,
they're all. I told you they're all gonna be small keys.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, it's just gonna be all small keys. Uh-oh. Oh, is this ice? This is ice.
Hi, guys.
This is ice.
Oh, dear. Exodus. This is sad.
He is going to last location that.
This is one of the worst parts about watching Ocarina of Time Randomizer. You want to see the runners do, good racing, some really interesting decisions. You don't want to see a runner just not even make. He didn't do anything bad. Like, he hasn't done anything like that isn't
executionally. Yeah. Execution-wise, Exodus has done great, and it has done what Exodus does best, which is execute.
Exactly.
It's just the issue with
coin flip of flying fire or not, which completely understandable that you don't do it. So
the good thing about OOT R is you can. It is more than just your execution, like in a speed run. It can come down to your knowledge of logic. It can come down to your routing. Sometimes it's just plain old luck, especially if it's like a casino. So it's not just your execution. I mean, execution is a big chunk of it, but I'm shit at execution, and I managed to get seeded in a tournament before. So it's because I understood the logic. Yeah, because I know logic very well. At least I like to think.
Who won that qualifier that you got seeded in?
You.
Yeah. How many? Did I win another qualifier that day as well?
Maybe. Yeah, you won. Yeah.
Here's me saying I suck at this game. It's like, yeah, I won 2 qualifiers in one day.
Yeah, you beat Cariosa in a qualifier, the current champion.
Wonky routing, that's how you win qualifiers, people.
That is how you if you feel like you are shit at this game execution wise, do weird routing things. Yeah, because that is how you win. Oh, there's a key here. Oh, that's interesting. There's a key there. Uh-oh.
Decker couldn't be bothered to walk those 5 steps and had to get the hookshot. I like that.
Of course, Decker. He found that hookshot late. He's gonna put it to good use. He worked for that hookshot. He's gonna put it to good use. You know what? Not even getting the extra key. Just saying, fuck it.
Do you think this could be magic?
I think this is gonna be the Stone of Agony. It's another bomb bag.
Another bomb bag. Wow.
Oh, that is bomb locked too because of hookshot shenanigans. Cool. Cool. That bomb bag in Valley is WAF. That is very bomb bag long.
Oh wow, because of the strengths, yeah, oh my goodness.
Well, because of the strengths, because of the hookshot, because of Sarias, because of Eponas.
Wow.
Very, very bomb locked. Yeah, Exodus could get Bolero here and then go back to...
Go back to fire.
Go back to fire.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be his saving grace here. I'm gonna admit something that I probably shouldn't admit. I've jumped off this ledge in ice before and not gotten the rupee.
I think we've already seen Exodus jump and miss the silver rupee. We said that the hitboxes suck butt, so...
Yeah, but that's the one in like ice that like no one ever misses, and I've missed it a few times, and I'm like, let's just not talk about this. I'm just happy I've never done it on restream. The whole, I think, like 2 times have been on restream.
Exodus is thinking about what to do. Do you bother going to go collect the Bolero? He's going back to Forest now.
Yeah.
He put Roar's Wind in Forest.
This
He's
is...
gonna clear the rest of that.
Yeah, this is the clear rest of Forest. Where are you going, Decker? I think this is back to fire for Decker. Decker's gonna go beat fire.
Imagine if Decker's going back to DC.
Oh my god. I would laugh my ass off. I'd be dying. You know what? He might think that the long shot is in there.
Is he gonna side hop or is he gonna continue walking?
He's gonna
Yeah. He's put
This is fire.
To her. DC. Oh, Exodus is leaving.
He's set for Roar's back in here.
Oh, did he?
Fire? Fire. Exodus fire, please.
I mean, I can't see where else he would go from here, because he's already
Yeah,
done it.
there's a bunch of overworld checks, but... Let's just be happy Storms is locked, because I feel like if... Oh, ouch.
That Moblin is a piece of work.
God, I hate the Moblins. They're not bad in other Zelda games, they're just shit in this one. Oh, I'm getting yelled at again. I need to stop getting yelled at by chat.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is true.
I need to know where the light arrows are.
We do need to know where the light arrows are. You'll never
What a
defeat
shadow
me with
lock?
the light arrows at bottom of the well!
Is Shadow the Forest Medallion?
Yes, Shadow's the forest, but Storms is on Burning Cack.
Excellent.
Yep.
Strength 3 was in the hallway, the invisible hallway of Spirit. So very
Oh?
strength 2 locked.
Oh, Exodus? This is fire. This is fire. This is fire.
Yeah, Spirit's double waff. I'm actually questioning the Spirit key logic that we deduced, because I'm pretty sure Decker had 4 keys, and we saw a key that was long shot locked, so maybe something is in Shadow.
But this... Oh, let's go, Exodus! This is going back into fire!
Hey, they're both going to be back in fire at this point.
We're both... Double
This is
fire!
The third dip of fire. Today.
The third dip of fire for both of
Both
them.
runners. This is the 6th fire temple we've seen.
It's almost as bad as 6 times Forest. Ooh, I still have nightmares about that. Have you heard about that? About 6 times forest?
The co-op match, the multi-word match, whatever it was.
Yeah. So I was tracking that. Yeah, unfortunately Exodus did not open the shortcut, so he's gonna have to do some climbing here. But luckily doesn't have, depending on how he routes it, doesn't actually need to be in here for that long.
Okay, we mistook the right. Okay.
Oh wait, but the hand was not a key.
Okay. To be fair, I wasn't looking. I was relying on chat.
I was relying on chat. Don't look at me.
Yeah. I was
I told you I have bad eyes.
What were we doing if we weren't watching?
I don't know. Probably taking a nap right now.
You know, I think we're going to see some really interesting placements in this qualifier.
This qualifier's a little weird.
Like, with just the Valley, Bomb Bag, the Fire, Strength 2. I think we're going to see places all over the place.
With any qualifier, you're always going to have, especially when it's a qualifier like this where it is one item that practically locks the whole seed, you are going to have someone who will god route it and get the item really early.
Yeah, definitely. But there's only 13 people
chuckles.
in this qualifier, so if you were to have like a 100-person qualifier, yeah, somebody's gonna nail it. But who is the person that does Valley early and Deep Fire? Who is that person? We'll find out.
We will find out. And we are on a 15-minute delay. I have the race room open, and Exodus is going straight. Or wait, no, this is just the climb into Deep Fire. My bad. I'm like a long hallway.
We are on a 15-minute delay of the results.
Yeah, I know. I have the race room open. I just won't try to say anything. Maybe I should just close the race room. But here you go. Exodus is gonna get the silver gauntlets, and then probably just run to Spirit, because that is all he has to do now is beat Spirit and find the light arrows. While Decker still needs to find the long shot, which honestly at this point, I don't know what other dungeon Decker could do besides Forest. So this
yeah, Pyra, you would have killed the seed. The bomb bag was in Valley.
Yeah.
Exo going to the entire.
Yep. Exo might just go mode. I don't know. See, this is the thing when you get into glow mode and you have maybe 1 or 2 dungeons left, is do you take the risk of go moding it? Because
there was a race recently where there was a load of us in go mode and we had to cross the wasteland to get into the Spirit Temple as our last dungeon. And the light arrows was in the Colossus Fairy, and we all walked past
remember that!
We all walked past that fairy. And
was I commentating that? Was I think I was just watching. I may have just been watching it.
Yeah, that was just a random race. So it's normally the rule that if you're in glow mode, you will walk past the light arrows.
At some point.
Won't today if he does decide to go mode this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
boss yeah, the best is
yeah.
Well, you get what I mean. You get the key, and then you just. Well, actually, no, never mind. That'd be stupid to do that. Sorry, I still have Triforce Blitz on my brain.
I have before, decided, had enough keys to be like, I'm just gonna climb to the top of Spirit, and hopefully the BK is in there, and it wasn't there one time.
I'm really hoping Exodus isn't gonna be confused by this Dins.
We can
because
check key logic as well whilst we're doing this as well.
Well, because when I see Dins, the first thing I think of is Shadow, and then when you sit down and think for a second, then you realize that did I refer to Wath as a wanderer hint? Oh.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I did a league seed the other day and went, shit, I need a boss key. Because boss keys are turned off. But back to these settings here. Yeah, this is gonna be close here because actually, ooh, this could be interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna pick up this long shot inside. So
Yeah, Decker's gonna get the long shot and instantly go to water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously the boss key is really early in water. Gonna get Konas. So this is probably gonna come down to light arrows here.
Decker probably picking it up and thinking, well, there's my access to GTG, so wouldn't feel overly terrible for doing Forest Temple when he did.
Here we go. Decker gonna confirm for us if this is a key or not.
Yeah, good point Alfalfa's making. This is a pain
I would drop furores in here. I'm not a big fan of dropping furores in water, actually.
It's kind of funny that this is Decker's kind of route to pick up all these items. Kind of half feels slow with the bomb bag and.
Interestingly enough, there was no key on that check. On the that's either the compass or the map. I always forget which one that is. Yeah, so about Dins, we will find out in probably, what, 15 minutes at the most where the light arrows are? 10 minutes? So, interesting thing, Exodus does have the long shot, which does make Spirit just a little bit faster.
Yeah, I'm really not hoping that the light arrows are not Storm's lot, because I know we like to say and meme about, oh, chat's winning, the runners are suffering. None of us want to sit through Shadow and Forest. Like, we don't. So let's pray that it's just the first check in Shadow or something like that, and we can all be happy for the runners and for ourselves as well.
The issue with, AD wouldn't have been so bad, the seed, if it wasn't for Shadow and Forest, because those are the two dungeons that when we say go moding a dungeon, meaning is just you get the boss key and you run to the boss. You don't do anything else here, which is what Decker's gonna do. Forest and Shadow are two dungeons where you can't do that. Specifically with Forest, because you have to go beat the 4 pose. So even if you get the boss key and say the first check in Forest, you still have to do the rest of Forest. Even if you don't need any more items, you have to do it. So it's the same thing with Shadow. Shadow, you still have to run through it all. So those are the two dungeons that you don't want to be stuck doing. They're the two most boring dungeons to go mode, because you technically can't go mode them.
Yeah, you just gotta wish your way through it.
Yeah. When I'm doing seeds and then I'm not streaming, I have to do that. I normally just blast music and just get through it.
Ooh, nice quick grab from Decker.
Nice. We're doing it on the door? Oh. Nice the door strats. Someone's car alarm is going off. I don't know if you can hear that or not. You're in glow mode, Bronze.
Yeah, we need the light arrows. Ganondorf is going to...
Oh, Exodus still doesn't... Decker still doesn't have magic.
Oh. Interesting.
I forgot about that. Hold the flippin' phone. See, you see what I did there?
Yes, Shaq.
See, I be proud of me. Exodus is gonna get the boss key here. Yeah, so second magic in Shadow, right? Right.
Just walk outside the door and find the magic. Like, that's what I'm hoping for Decker anyway.
I think Decker's just gonna prelude. Well, he's gonna do shoot the sun, obviously, because you're still in go mode. That's an interest. Isn't that supposed to tell you what your medallions are?
I think we've run this on dev, so it's...
there's the new button, yeah.
Oh, no, easily. Okay. He's going to get the hint. You never know, it might be chilling in Gans as well, so the other magic, so...
Yeah, he's getting in the hint.
At 2:13, there are 0 finishes. which is the time we're on at the delay. Decker is the one doing OTC after I recommended Exodus do it with Strength 1 earlier. Which was,
yeah, so chat, it is time! Get ready for it. To eat that rock! We'll get it at some point. As long as someone doesn't pull up that one clip of me yelling that.
I think that was perfectly in sync. And chat will agree.
4 out of 10.
10?
Damn, Kalo.
Wow. Brutal.
Ah, the stick! The sticks! Just the steaks.
What do you
For
think,
all
Magic
your
and
hard
Ganon?
work. No, I'm on Team Second Magic's always in Shadow.
Decker's just been on a giant roller coaster this scene. I just want Decker just to be happy.
Yeah. Alright, Exodus going against Twin Rova. I haven't really been paying attention, so I couldn't tell you how good or bad it's going. Twin Rova, for those who don't know, Twin Rova's nickname is Troll Rova. But because this boss fight really just comes down to RNG and how bitchy they want to be. So this is, so for people who may have just watched S5 and don't really do Ganon's Castle, if you go into Ganon's Castle and, oh, there's a big chest in here, and don't have the light arrows, you do the trials to see if you could find your light arrows in here. BAM!
Oh! Nice. Well played.
Nice.
There's the lights. Still needs the magic.
Still needs the magic. And there's the storage dude I was talking about. Ooh! Thanks, game. Strength 3 locked. Lax. Not lax. Oh my god. You know what? Strength 3 locked light arrows. I'm done. I'm gonna... Alright, Exodus moving on to the second phase of Twin Rova here. The easy phase, as I like to call it.
Still no magic.
Light arrows,
Magic
light...
mode. Or
We are-
muggle mode, as some people
Muggle
like to
mode.
say.
Yeah. The only place we know magic can't be is in Shadow. Well, I mean the second magic. This Exodus's magic, not Exo. Exodus's magic was on the cheap scrubs, the Hyrule field scrubs, the ones right outside Lake. Whatever you may call them. Not doing bow extension. What is this?
Using the choose.
Choose
They're
is
doing the
faster.
vanilla strat.
Choose are faster.
Cool. Nope. I thought that was a big chest, by the way, that Decker was walking into that. You kind of clunkily walk through the, walk into the chest there sometimes, but that's a big chest. But
Interesting fact, no one on the tracker team correctly guessed the stone layout today. So,
wow.
you don't win a prize today, tracker teams. But we still appreciate you, though.
So, Exodus is in glow mode, and has
Yep.
the tools to get the light arrows. And at 217, there are no finishes yet.
Decker, what are you doing? I guess just clearing it out, right?
Well, there's a chest here, isn't there?
Yeah, there's... Oh god, yeah.
And this is technically progression, I guess.
Technically, I mean, yeah. Well, no, actually, I mean, second magic could be here, but your first logical magic can't be here. Need some baby chest.
Baby chest. Right, so the magic isn't in here, which is I'm very sad for. But we know where the magic is. We know it's in the lake grotto, so we'll see what Decker decides to do next.
Okay, he's just gonna clear out the rest of
Oh,
trials.
There's some more here. Okay, we didn't do all the chest.
He went straight to light trial.
Yeah, sorry, he did it in there.
Oh,
Well,
Exodus! Exodus, no.
Oh, there's a big chest.
Exodus is just gonna climb and get the light arrow hint and be very pissed.
I think the majority of people would do that. There's the
No,
fire arrow.
that confirms our theory about fire arrows being Din's
Oh
locked.
yeah, there's the fire locks fire.
And that is fire locked because of key logic. So Din's is WAF for fire logic. And
And we got a hint for Shadow 2 as well. So we don't need to do that. Yeah.
well, Decker can't do it anyway.
He's got long shot and hovers. He can do it.
No, that's right. You don't need that. Yeah.
Nope.
And he's out.
Oh, this is Serenade, so he's actually
He's probably just gonna get
going
it.
to
Yeah.
Battlefield. This is good call. I don't really know what else he could go. Well, he could go back into Forest, I guess, but this is kind of easy to get to.
Nice, clean salt and pepper fight from
DGS always helps there.
The EGS always helps there. My favorite thing to do, obviously, is the choose strat because I suck at combat in this game.
Yeah, I see people doing that choose strat and it makes me feel sick. It's actually quite good.
Yeah, if I don't have BGS, I'll normally just do the choose strat because BGS is still faster. Was that a back of? That was a back of lake hint.
Yeah, Decker's just double checking just to make sure he's not going to find like a way of the hero that hasn't been resolved yet, I guess. If he's missing anything.
Alright, Exodus is going to be very mad.
I mean,
Ganon says in my
staying
castle.
inside Ganon's castle and you have the tools to do all of Ganon's castle, like, I think the vast majority of runners will climb and get the hint.
Oop, inside
Especially
Ganon's
if you have
castle.
FW.
I don't know if you said FW, but... I finally figured out the other day why that text pops up instead of saying you will need the classic controller, so... I'm very happy about it.
I don't know. I actually have no idea.
It's because the game tries to display the Japanese, the Japanese symbols, and that doesn't work.
Yeah, you could have done the save scummy strat with the FW, where like you put the you dispel the FW, and then you save it at the top after he says "in my castle," and you can kind of keep it at the top whilst also potentially keeping it to the place you went for. Yeah, the horse has been.
Epona is the real final boss of this game. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Exo getting the 50-50 check.
That's
But this is it.
One. Yeah,
this
there
is
he
the
is.
light arrows, and it's 2:21 with 0 finishes at the moment. So Exodus is on a race of the clocks. Actually, somehow, after potentially one of, well, I wouldn't say last location, but near last location in that strength 2, is in a position to potentially win this qualifier.
And there's the magic for Decker!
So Decker is in go mode as well now. So this is tight. We've got 2 restreamed runners here who are neck and neck climbing the tower.
In Decker's tracker, please mark the light arrows.
Yeah, it takes a little while for the tracker to update.
Oh, does it? Oh.
Yeah, it's not like some of the other places where it takes a while.
Feel free to yell at me if I, you know.
It's alright, I will do, it's fine.
Yeah, oh, obviously Chuckles will never miss an opportunity to yell at me. Over something stupid I do. Yes, Kalo. I have been yelled at many times by Kalo today, and I'm like... I'm getting yelled at again. I feel like I keep doing bad things, and I feel like I'm a bad person. Oh, okay. See, Kalo just likes yelling at me.
As we say in the UK, we have a saying called squeaky bum time, which is definitely what Exodus is in. When it's saying for when like it's kind of close and you're nervous.
I do actually know what that means. Yeah.
Ah, there we go.
You forget I lived in England for a couple years.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but chat doesn't know probably.
Probably not. Yeah.
British humour doesn't come across.
Catch up with like an explanation.
Why do we say that again? I don't know. I don't know. What is it? Squeaky.
Ooh, an Exodus doing the
spin strats.
The spin strats.
Nice.
It is very interesting to do that because it actually speeds up the ball. So
Wow, KLO dropping the facts. Yeah, I do associate it with football. The rest of the world may know it as soccer. Heathens.
yeah, apparently I've been Europeanized because when everyone says football, I ask which one.
The ketchup. I love footy.
Uh-oh.
Do you need to
Oh,
go
no.
one more time to pick up the key?
No, he saved Scummit. This is an issue that you can do. This is a bug. This is a known bug, too.
Oh, when he beat Water, did he immediately left, didn't he? He played a warp song.
Oh, immediately after Jabu. Because who would have gotten it after
Oh, it's
Jabu?
on Jabu.
Because it's on Lax.
Oh, yeah. I can't
This
remember what he
is-
did after.
Someone explained to me how this works, and you can actually do it with the songs too, because
Okay,
you
so
pick them as items.
when you pick up when you get airmailed the BK after beaten Lax, it takes a couple of frames for you to collect the boss key. But because you've beaten Water, you're in the water, right? You can't pick up the BK when you're in the water. So if he's potentially saved quit at that point,
Mhm.
then he may not have picked up the BK.
Yep.
And that's a soft lock.
That is. There's no.
Well,
way
he's hard locked. He's hard locked.
Fuck, that is. Wow. Yeah, you gotta turn the game noise down, please. Thank you.
And we are joined by. I'm really. And whilst we're focusing on Deca, Exodus is actually going to take the W for this qualifier. First place for Exodus with a time of 2:26.14. Ow, amazing! Actually, amazing. Like, unreal performance there from EXO to take the win here.
We're joined by Decker.
Oh,
Hi.
Deca.
Oh, Decker.
Well, stuff's been going a little too well for me lately, I think. So,
You've been
still
on
happen.
such a roller coaster seed, like actually crazy what happened for you in the seed, and for it to end like that, I feel for you.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but like for a fair duration between the Lyaro cutscene and near the end, I kept trying to like find where the boss key was on the new menu. Because I was like, I don't know if I got it. I zoned out.
Oh,
I was
right.
like, I don't know if I got it. And I just remembered that's a thing you can do. So I kept trying to find the boss keys, and eventually I just gave up. And I was like, well, if it's not there, it's not there.
'Cause I'm assuming you, once you beat Jabu, did you save quit out of Jabu or something? And because if you're in the water, you won't get the BK.
So you don't get the Ganon's Castle BK until you go adult.
Yeah, because it's on Lyaro cutscene, you can save quit it away.
Right.
So as soon as I went adult, I save quit because I was like, I got to save that tiny bit of time. Save quit out of Temple of Time over to Chew Shop. Let's go.
You can also, because of this was an issue when Scrubs made the decision to do the song thing. You can also technically save Scum, I believe, Prelude away because it gives you just the item song.
Yo.
What is up, Exodus? GG's.
Hey, thanks.
Again, this restream's just been crazy. Like the seed has been such a troll throughout the whole time, and Exodus, you must be. Well, I don't know if you're wondering the same as me. And after that Strength 2 location, which Deca got before, like very much before you must be kind of happy that you took this qualifier home.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy. I wasn't expecting to win, but I'm happy, yeah.
Speaking of... Oh, go ahead.
We'll go on.
I was going to say, speaking of fire, how do you feel about those two bow locations?
Yeah, that was hilarious. I thought about doing those before I went fire, but I was like, it's pretty unlikely that those would happen to have a bow. And of course, 2 of them had bow. That's crazy.
Not just one, but having 2 of them was just, and like the other one being on 30 as well. It's just,
Yeah.
I think it's just, like, you know where one of them is, so it's like, well, what are the chances that one of these bows are here? And
Yeah,
we
don't
both
get me
felt-
started on fire. Don't get me
Well-
started on fire.
Well, Decker, I need to know. So one of the other differences between you two was Decker leaving DC at the hammer and
Mm-hmm.
leaving the hook shot. So Exodus, so Decker, when he did fire, didn't get the BK on Pierre and climbed all the way to the top to get strike 2. So
Oh wow.
like,
Yeah, I didn't think about how that could actually help, given where Strength 3 was as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, when I saw the hook shot in DC, when I was like, okay, I've got to buy the bullet, go back there. And when I got the hook shot, I was like, oh, like, yeah, I didn't feel like I was doing well as Seed at all. Between that, like, going adult for like literally 2 checks I could do as child, and then realizing I have nothing else, I should go do Valley and getting the bomb bag and being like, and then forgetting to do bomb tube bowling on the way back up adult, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at that point you were feeling kind of.
I
mean,
was feeling
anybody
very
getting a bomb
bad about
back
this
that late.
seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt very bad about this, like to the point I was thinking, near the end, when it was just fine magic, I was like, okay, do I go straight back to forest, which is a sensible play, or do I go to ice for like 3 checks, because that's one of the more cracked things I can think of right now, and no one's finished. So
I'm pretty sure ice is barren with the exception of Bolero. So
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
Exodus.
Exodus
Yeah.
went on a bit of a journey for strength 2.
Yeah. It's very.
But you did eventually go back to fire, Exodus, and you did it before full clear in forest. So, what was your thought process on going back to fire when you did?
Yeah, so I did the forest courtyard area, and it had a bunch of small chests, and so I knew that there was only 4 items left in forest, and it takes like probably 11 minutes or so to beat forest from there, so it just felt really slow to do all the forest for like 4 checks, and I'd rather go back in time and do like the 7 or 8 checks I had there. That would be much faster. And then after I did the back in time checks, I was like, okay, all I have left are 3 checks in ice, 4 checks in forest, and 3 checks in fire. So I could go forest, but I feel like most people are going to do that first, so I might as well do something else. So I went ice, and then I did fire. So I basically just didn't do forest because it felt slow, and also I knew a lot of other people would do that first, because that's like the standard play, I think, to do
Yes.
full clear
Yeah.
forest.
Yeah, when you were in kind of that position with the BK and fire, of course, we were talking in chat and Sponge was saying probably a coin flip on whether you climb or leave there. Was there any part of you that wanted to continue climbing fire, or were you definitely at that point of time just legging it out of there?
No, it was way too slow, I felt like, because I knew there was a key on the shortcut chest and there was a key on the upper maze, and those are both pretty slow, and I don't even think I had a key to go any further in fire unless I went for one of those 2, because I think Volvaja had a key, if I remember correctly.
You did, yeah.
It just felt too slow, so I didn't want to go deep fire there. If I had a key, maybe I would have, but without a key, it just felt too slow.
Oh, I do have a question. Exodus, would you like to know what was on that big chest in GTG?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, fire.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It was the last bomb bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah,
That was
we were
fun.
thinking- it was funny that the silver block room had 4 small keys. Like, how you weren't able to get that chest, Exodus, was kind of
Yeah.
beyond belief, really.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, the seed was just like all over the place. Even right at the start with that Gerudo Valley bomb bag, and we were going through Child 1, and you were picking up a couple of items here or there, but you weren't picking up any items that unlocked any of the adult checks. Like, you were picking up like scales, and you're picking up a load of nonsense. And we were just thinking, in what world, in what universe, does somebody get that Valley bomb bag early?
Yeah.
So I guess both of you found
Yeah.
that you both were thinking like, oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah, all I had
Yeah.
left was 10 skulls and 20 skulls when I got the bomb bag. So
I just
I
had
didn't
20
feel
left.
good.
I went pretty hard on skulls early, so it was like I was on about I think about 15 when I got the bomb bag, and I was like, oh, sick. Well, at least I've got like a nice like head start on the bow. Am I right? Woo.
Oh yeah, because it was actually got to a point there where Exodus took over on the schools, and we did note that you were going pretty hard on the schools early on. We were like, oh, it's kind of weird that now Exodus has taken over on the school count.
What happens when you get all the child ones and don't have a hook shot?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't until we got that bombs that really like a lot of schools
I,
came into Logic. We put it into the map tracker, and at that point
Yeah.
when you had the rang, you had what, like 22 in Logic or something like that.
I whipped out Emo's tracker, plugged in everything, and before you got the bomb bag, there were 20 in Logic, but there were actually 30 available.
Hmm.
So we were like, ooh. And then Bomb Shoe Bowling in the bottle happened, and I'm like, maybe it's that. And then I just saw Rudo's letter and went, never mind.
Yeah, I had the exact same. I think everyone probably had the exact same thing there. Like all you've got left is like Bomb Shoe Bowling, Big Pose, and CMG, and then like the first one's a blue fireball. So you're like, oh, King Zora, let's go.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah.
And because we were just thinking like, when do you go Valley? Because you save quit out of Lon Lon Ranch if you decide to go there, and then you have the scale, so you're doing Deku, Lost Woods, Zora's River, Zora's Domain, Lake Hylia. Like, when do you go Valley? So I'm not surprised that I would expect the vast majority of people not finding that bomb bag. And then you've also got to find the strength 2, which is the only strength available because the other one's in kind of spirit.
Don't know what you're on about. That was easy, definitely.
Ah!
Yeah.
Easy game,
Just-
easy game.
Just keep clearing, because like, what are the odds that your boss key is on Scarecrow? Am I right? Just do fire without hookshot.
Yeah.
Decker, was
Oh.
there any point that you were going to triple dip DC?
Oh yes, this is a burning question.
If I'd reached like the very end, I guess, like, because like after obviously it's like a risk, like getting the hammer straight away, and then I was like, oh, I could keep doing DC. I like almost went to do the rest. I was like, but I can do the loop. I can get the DMT way the hero probably, or find out that it's like Nocturne locked.
Yeah.
I can get like DMC checks. I can potentially do fire. Apparently, I couldn't, but I could have done potentially in another world.
Yeah.
I felt like the hammer just gave me too much, so that's why I left the first time. And then obviously, eventually, I was like, okay, all I've got left that's like good, that's in logic is DC, so I have to go back.
Yeah.
And at least it wasn't too late, but
when you picked up the hammer and you left, and I was just thinking, well, you've just left Naruto's letter. You're potentially, you were the first one in DC, and then because Exodus did Jabu in Child 1 because they had the.
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I can
so
understand why I was the first in DC because I really messed up this scene.
And we were thinking, if there's something else in this DC, you're gonna be mad. But you also could have peeked the upper bridge chest.
I could have done. So
Naughty.
tangent. I play like obviously like I like multi-world. Multi-world's fun. I may have dabbled a little bit in that here or there.
You like that a little bit, don't
Wink,
you?
wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah.
Nudge.
But like, if the scrubs aren't on, I'm not peeking that chest at the bottom because like, the timing on it in the chest alcove is like nowhere near as like nice as the scrub.
Absolutely.
So if I'm going over to the scrub, sure, I'll peek it then. But otherwise, I'll just peek it at the top of the bridge like I did.
Admittedly, it is a little better with chest textures on as well because you can see kind of the gilding on it compared to just like the classic CSSC. But you are right, it is kind of naff looking through that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think at that point where I'm thinking about leaving anyway, it's just one check. Like, there's another like 3 checks before it that I just have ignored.
Yeah,
so...
and I was kind of thinking you were in like you've kind of changed to an aggressive mode potentially because of that later bomb bag. So heading into kind of fire and stuff. And
it's actually kind of funny now I think about it the way a lot of this seed went, because on my way home from work today, I messaged my good friend Zeph, right? Because I've not done too much of the SGL settings so far. He's done a little bit, so I was like, give me some SGL pointers, and he said, don't skip a check in a location going, what are the odds my go mode's on that one I am?
Wow.
So naturally I skipped random checks that were required. But you know.
This was a fun seed to watch. It was really entertaining, and what really made it is that there was very few points where you both weren't in like the same like you both were in different locations doing different stuff all of the time. So it was really fun to watch. We were watching new stuff all the time, and it's just sad that you had the BK issue, because like
there's 4 more calls. There's 4 more calls.
There are definitely more calls. I can say that Gav finished second in 2:38. So a good 12 minutes after Exodus there. So it'd be interesting to kind of see and hear in the kind of thread afterwards to see what everybody else's route is. But at the moment, if my maths is correctly, nobody else has completed. But Exodus for you, winner. Good chunk of points, both of your first qualifiers, so you must be feeling pretty nice picking up those points there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Full stop. Yep. I'll take the points. Deca, you have a grand total of, let me do the maths, hold on, 0 points.
Hell yeah. It's just how I like it. It's the underdog story.
Love you. Cool. I'm kind of... Oh, the other thing I was going to say is that one of the things that maybe helped you, Exodus, in your finding of the strength too, was that the Din's Fire was in Spirit, so you never had Shadow available to you.
Yeah, I knew that Spirit had to have either Dins or Fire because I had an unresolved Way the Hero, and that was the only thing that it could have been. So, yeah, I was expecting to find one of those 2 in Spirit.
Did we ever see the other magic?
No.
Of course we
okay.
didn't.
Of course not, because it's obviously in Shadow.
Yeah, it's probably Shadow.
We haven't been in Shadow.
Yeah, it's obviously in Shadow. But I have no more questions. You got any more questions, Chuckles? Comments, concerns?
Well, I have concerns about the ability of Randobot, but
I think we all do.
But I don't have any further questions. The qualifier is still going on.
Yeah.
We still, with the 15-minute delay, only have Exodus and Gavaroni finishing. But Mera, Restreamer, what do you wanna do?
Yeah, where are we going?
Pull 2 more runners up. Watch them do this.
The rest of this.
I'm sure there's some interesting runs we could still see.
Let's just pull people up. Let's
just go for it.
Let's get Red and Cassandra or something like that, and just have a little watch with them, see what they're doing. Okay, hello. Who do you want to see? Who do you want to pick out? See where Cariosa is? Well, Cariosa is now done with the 15-minute delay. So
smooth.
Nice. As expected.
Yo, let's see what Cariosa is. Finished. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
no
can add
surprise.
15 to 43.
Speaking.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Well done, Cariosa. Good in 3rd place.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Gav, just a quick point on, this is Gav's 3rd qual, and has absolutely blitzed the quals at the moment. So, qual 1, they came 3rd. Qual 2, they came 2nd. And another 2nd place here. So, with 3 down, Gav has destroyed the competition.
I'd expect nothing less. Gav's always pretty strong, to be honest. I mean, obviously, like, I could have been 2nd, but we won't talk about this. You know, like...
could have been. You might have been...
I'd have been about... yeah, like, based on the timing Exodus finished, I'd probably finished about 2:28, 29, that kind of area.
Yeah.
Exodus was finishing up Ganondorf when you softbox?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well,
definitely.
technically not, because I soft locked way sooner than that.
It was
but-
well, the knowledge of it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we tried to get the knowledge many times, but I just don't know where stuff is in the menu anymore.
Yeah.
Apparently
even
it's
I
on
was
keys.
like, yeah, you opened up the thing to look at the medallions. I'm like, isn't it supposed to show you the medallions? They're like, no, this is rolled on dev. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I opened up the keys at a point where I was like, I assume it's with the small keys. At that point, I didn't have a single boss key on the adult side.
Oh yeah.
So they weren't there, and I was like, I guess boss keys aren't there. They must be somewhere else.
I mean, I'm going to be very, very careful with my my thingy blobbies, my save quitting of the BKs from.
Oh yeah, lesson learned. Now I've joined the rank of cola. This is exactly why I've always been like, nah, it's way better to have an item on that check, because if you save quit an item, it's like a decent chance that it's irrelevant. If it's
Did
the
you have,
boss
like,
key,
a
if you
strategy
do it,
going
you're done.
Did you have like
Go
a
on.
strategy going into this? Did you? Because
Into SGL?
Well, just in the because I know kind of a mentality it is in qualifiers to play a bit more safer than you would do with a 1v1. Were you just going to play your natural game?
So, generally speaking, I tend to play I would say I play way more thorough than I need to in most places. I know it doesn't seem like it based on how the call went. I would say a lot of the time I tend to be sweep areas. I try to leave as little behind as possible. Often to my detriment, but yeah, I thought I'd just go in play as is, I guess.
Yeah.
Just play my own game. At the end of the day, what I do doesn't affect anyone else, and what they do doesn't affect me, so I should just play my own game.
That's true.
That is true.
There is a potential that you were expecting somebody else to give you the boss key, because that's what would happen in multi-world potentially. So.
I wish it was so. Yeah, I did consider. I was like, do I DM and just be like, can I just load up another seed where I've got Ganon's access and kill Ganon on there? Can I can we just add 4 minutes to my time?
I mean, you could open the second save file and play the seed again.
I did consider it. For a second, I was like, do I do the whole seed again, but basically knowing where everything is?
Yeah.
I decided against it, but I think, to be honest, we're talking, what, 224, 225? I'd have made an okay run of it, I think. Provided I remember where everything is. My memory's awful.
I do have a question. I guess this would be a race mod question. Is this technically FPA-able?
I
no,
don't think so.
because
No,
it's
it's a known issue.
Yeah.
It's not something you can work around. It would be nice if people just went, oh, we have a default Ganon time here. That's probably a good chunk slower than actually doing Ganon, just to make sure that you don't abuse it. Just add 10 minutes to your time or whatever for the finish. I don't know. But
yeah, that'd be race mod question. But
lesson learned, good practice. I guess.
Yeah.
Always collect your boss keys.
Yeah, if there's nothing else, I don't know who the restreamer is, but
I just want to say thanks for the restream. It was fun.
thanks
It's
for
okay.
thank you for letting us restream you.
Yeah,
it's
thanks for all the help.
It is what it is.
Take it away to whoever we're going to.
Yeah, I think we might as well just overall thanks Exodus, who's departed, and Deca for doing this. Of course, we've had
Anytime.
Mera and who else we've had on? Shannock and KLO, was it on tracking today?
Yep.
And then you've had us. You've had us commentating, and whether that was a good thing for you in your life, I will let you decide that.
I will probably not be allowed back on here anytime soon. So, thank you all for coming and hanging out, but we will catch y'all whenever the next qual is.
Yeah, next qual in a couple of days' time. I don't really know when, but it'll be in a couple of days' time. I think it's at an NA.
It's midnight UTC Thursday.
Thanks, Deca.
I know, because I'm planning to do it. Probably.
Oh no.
Don't stop talk on that one.
Hey, I gotta get my clocks in, because I missed the first couple because of going to Pokemon Worlds, so I've gotta get them in. Gotta get them in.
You got to get 5 now as well.
Yep. Yeah. Now I've like cemented it.
Yeah. I'll see you in the battlefield.
Yep. Bye.
Bye, everyone.